All right, chat, this is a new level. Like, even though we're 4 minutes late, this is a new level of preparedness. My camera literally, perhaps irreparably broke about a minute before I was gonna go live. You may recall, I knew that the camera was on its last leg, so I bought a replacement camera. Many people said, now that you fixed the other one, you should just RMA that one. No, man, because I knew that this shit would happen one day. I knew it would happen one day. So there is why I've installed the new camera. It looks great. It actually looks better. Against my better judgment, I need your help with one thing, chat. Because this does not look right. What's going on with this no card XAVC SHD 60p? Hi, why is my face being tracked by a hunter killer drone? Like, am I training the Boston Dynamics dogs on how to hit headshots, man? Like, what's going on? Does anybody know how to turn this off? It is cyberpunk, man. Usually I'm pretty good with like Google searching and stuff. I'm pretty good at being a prompt engineer, but I don't even know what to put in Google to find out how to fix this because I don't know how to describe the overlay that I'm seeing right now. Wait, go find a DSP on your camera. Okay, 1 second here. I see it. Okay, let me check and see. I'm testing on my own end if this is helping. Oh, kind of. You kind of saved me. Oh, shit. Boys. I think I'm in Ace Combat 6. What the hell did I press? What is this, man? I think they're doing a strafing run or something, man. It's crazy that, like, there are people who need to know all this just to, like, take a picture of a flower or, like, a wedding or something. I mean, this is much better. The only thing about it is that it does say no card in the top left, like, over and over, but I'm sure I could just shove, like, an old piece of gum in the SD card slot or something, and then, yeah, I'll just crop that out. I didn't used to have that, though. And it has the square, dude. Yeah, how do I get the square out of here? I don't want the box anymore, man. Corey, you know tech. You watch Marquise Brownlee. How do I fix this, man? They got the damn auto pistol from Titanfall 1. Is it in movie mode? Okay, so like the modes, I mean, it looks like a film. It looks like film. I don't know what you want me to say. There's film, M, SNO, P. That's probably movie mode. Okay, hang on. Menu setup, external output, HDMI info display. Info off. Would that also turn off my shit? My square? Okay. Let me see here. Settings. Now just give me a sec. This is still pretty impressive considering it was like 8:52 when the camera broke. It's 9:10 and we're like 99% of the way there. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, well, hang on. Fucking Sony A6400 touchscreen black. It worked fine before flipping, but after the flipping, the camera becomes so dark. Hey, I just accidentally bumped my camera and it started working again. How to turn, I'm Googling in all caps. How to turn on Sony A6400 screen. How to turn off LSD display on Sony. How to turn, you can't just get text anymore. You gotta watch a 2-minute long video. Plus Reddit. Does anybody know how to fix this? A6400 won't turn on. That's not what I Googled, Google. That's not what I Googled, man. The video says set up for, but this is, follow along with me. Do not be like, yeah. Listen to every word I'm saying. That is the final step in the koala block puzzle. The intermediate step is that I can't get to the settings menu because the LCD screen on the A6400 is off. And when I tap it, it doesn't turn on. And when I change the camera mode, it doesn't turn on. So once we solve that intermediate step, we can solve the final step. Is the HDMI plugged in? Some cameras turn off their internal monitors when sending to an external HDMI source. Oh, so hang on a second. Let me go to full screen. No memory card, cannot play. I can navigate via the settings menu through my OBS. Oh, it's so easy. HDMI settings. HDMI info display off. Oh, who is that camera operator? Who was librarian? I only trust you for this. I only trust you to figure this out, okay? That was me. Easiest VIP of my life. I hit /user instead of /VIP. /VIP. The stuttering streamer. There you go. And look at this. Am I insane? Or does it look... It looks like a lot better. Like I look a lot crisper, man. It's probably because when the older camera broke, I tried to fix it by like shoving my thumb into the shutter like 100 times. Because that was like all the Reddit tech support was like, as a port of last resort, you could always just try to manually open the shutter with your thumb. And then drop it on the floor 20 times. That looks fucking good, man. That looks fucking sick. It's because it's full screen, it looks better. Guy who understands render scaling. I don't even know if that's a real term. If you think that's how that works, why don't you take a 720p image in Photoshop and then go to edit image size and blow it up to like 400% and tell me how much better it looks. This looks right, man. It's just a little, it's a little zoomed out. Just give me a second here. And then, oh shit. And then, test image. This is how I normally sit, and this is how I normally talk. So I'm thinking that we probably wanna like give myself a little bit more headroom. Take off just a little bit of that. That looks pretty fucking good, man. Why is it always GeoGuessr? Okay, you fucking so-and-so. New test image? Okay, new test image. People are sick of the old test image. Okay, the new tech support image will be, how about this one right here? Fall Guys 13.jpg. This will be our new test image. Oh, man, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Would you believe that this guy is like 4 years younger than the guy you see before you today? This is it's so good, man. It's so, can I look at where the thumbnail game was 4 years ago at this time? Let me see what do I got going on in here. Got to scroll past 1,000, probably like 5,000 Isaac episodes. There's Balatro, Shadows of Doubt. Let's take it a little further down. Monster Train. Fall Ball. Peak. This is peak, man. Oh man. Oh yeah, that could be our test image. I think that's fine. What's up?
Did he do it? Did he fix it?
We fixed it, and it looks better than ever.
Oh wow,
dude! Can I tell you? Like, I'm a little impressed with myself. I think it's easy to have a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, of course you got a tech support problem. But okay, so here's what happened. Like a month ago, my camera broke. And I thought it was basically like it can't be fixed. So I bought a new camera that's exactly the same. And then in like 2 hours, I came back and my old camera was fixed. But all the Reddit threads were like, don't get used to it because that means it's on its last legs. So I kept the new camera in its box, just waiting for it. Go live today, camera's broken. Get the box cutters out. Put the new camera in, plug the cords in the same place. Then something that previously would have taken me like a weekend to figure out, we got it fixed in under half an hour because we came prepared.
Dude, Twitch chat has the sauce when it comes to tech issues. You just have to wade through the muck.
Yes, you just have to find the chosen one.
Yes.
Because there's people who want to help, but like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But if you find the person that knows, like they wrote, I had like Boston Dynamics AI tracking on my screen. I don't know if you saw the screenshot, but someone in chat was like, I'm a camera operator. Sometimes if you plug in an HDMI cord, you lose the ability to change your settings on the camera, and you can only do it on whatever the output's going to. And they were absolutely right. Everybody else was like, you should take the battery out and put it back in.
Well, you can tell when someone knows. There's just a language that they use when they're knowledgeable on a subject, and you're like, you know what you're talking about.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's why when you call support for like internet issues, sometimes you get the guy who's okay, I'm going to reset your router.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, okay, and then you get the guys like, yeah, we'll check your like your DNS and they start throwing acronyms at you over and over. You're like, yes, I know what the fuck you're talking about, but keep saying it.
I don't have to exhaust your dialogue tree to get the quest. You're just going straight to it. Would you join me on a little thought experiment?
Sure.
How we have aluminum cans. How do they get the aluminum?
From the ground.
They mine it, right?
Yeah.
We got tin cans. How do they get the tin?
From the ground.
Right. We got copper wires. Where do they get the copper?
I'm gonna go ahead and say the ground on that one.
Now here's the one that's really gonna bake your noodle.
Okay.
Where do they get the fucking mercury from, man?
The ground.
But like, is it like because it's a liquid at room temperature?
Yeah, you can have liquids under the ground.
So they like hit a vein of mercury or something?
I mean, it could be like compressed, maybe the pressure makes it a rock. I don't know, man. There's got to be an easy answer to that.
See, that's why it was baking my noodle. I know I could have looked it up, but I thought I would take you on this journey with me.
I mean, chat's given some good answers. It sounds like they're saying that it's not pure.
Was found in compounds, and then they isolate the mercury from it. So it's not like you would be like, using your John Deere to dig like a barbecue pit, and then you'd spring like a big silver vein of mercury, and you'd be like, yes, I'm dead.
But my children, they'll be rich. Is there like, what is the most common like useful application for mercury, and is it just like a 7th grade science teacher going, look at this shit? Like, do we use it for anything?
I have no idea.
Thermometers?
We
put alcohol in thermometers, not mercury. That's old school, man.
It has to have some utility because it's the only metal that's like a liquid at room temperature. That in and of itself has to make it like unique, right? There's also gallium. That shit, isn't that like radioactive though? I guess mercury is, it's not radioactive, but your cells don't really know the difference.
Why is mercury poisonous? Is it just what's the reasoning behind that? Is it just because it's liquid, it's good at getting in you, and you don't want it in you, or is it do something to you specifically that's like
I don't
bad?
know, honestly. They fuck your protein folding up. Oh, all right. That's a good one. You want to keep that as tight as possible. It's kind of crazy, but it's fucking wild that like, it may not every element, but like a lot of elements, your body still uses like trace amounts of it to do shit.
Yeah,
Like your
iron,
body
man, that's
needs
the
like a
big
little
one.
platinum just to keep the ship moving.
I wonder what the weirdest element in your body is that's still used. Is it platinum or is it like something else?
I got to think about that. I have no
Well, like
idea.
potassium is crazy, right? Because potassium is like radioactive. It's just not extremely radioactive.
Is it really? I guess everything's a little radioactive. Because yeah, you're
Yeah,
like bananas give off like a little radiation, right?
yeah.
That's why I only eat bananas that were on fucking the Titanic. Because when they salvage it, they're from before the nuclear bombs were tested. This is the only bananas left without any radiation. That seems like the end of that bit.
Yeah, I'm not good at chemistry, so there's not a lot I can offer to this in general.
I hear that. Me neither.
There's the cool stuff. Yeah, you could throw there's that whole like line on the table that you can throw in water, and the further down the line the more it explodes.
Really?
That's cool. Yeah, there's like just like a column of the table, and it's just like this column does not like water.
Oh
And
yeah,
if you
yeah. The
and if you
potassiums and
throw
the sodiums and the
yeah,
yeah.
and you
I
throw the
always
bottom one, and
laugh that people are like, you know, solid sodium is like insanely dangerous, and that's true. But it's kind of funny that we give the highest quantities of it outside of industry to the most chaotic demographic in North America, which is like 9th and 10th grade boys. They're like, you gotta keep your head on a fucking swivel when you're working with this shit. Okay, 14-year-old boys, you all get one little cube of it. don't fuck around.
it's a test of their moxie, man. You know, you got to see what they're made of. Did you do any cool science experiments? Did you have the cool science teacher that did the cool stuff, or did you just like do paperwork for
We
the
had
whole year?
cool science teachers, but we mostly just did this stuff. Also, like, I think the reason, like, we did some cool experiments in physics with like air hockey tables and stuff to test like conservation of momentum and stuff like that. But like in chemistry, I think chemistry fucking sucks, man. Because you like follow the steps 100% of the time, and then like half the time it just doesn't come out. You do the calculation. You're like we're supposed to have 2 grams of this like salt, and then you get like 0.07 grams of the salt, and then you got to write your research paper. That's like, I guess we fucked up somewhere.
Dude, you got to watch NileRed and his 40-minute videos of him fucking up for 39 minutes and then succeeding in the final minute. I turned this plastic cup into toothpaste.
In general, I've always liked weird chemical transformations, and over the years, I think I've done a few good ones. Like turning my pee into an artificial sweetener and tasting it, and turning toilet paper into drinkable alcohol. Something that I've always wanted to do, though, was turn plastic gloves into grape soda. In this case, there happens to be a chemical in plastic gloves, specifically vinyl ones, that's distantly related to fake grape flavor. There are at least a few main differences, but the core of them is almost the same. They share this ring and this small portion here, and in theory, it should be possible to convert one into the other.
Oh, that's pretty cool though.
He does some cool stuff, but it is a lot of trial and error. He turned a plastic glove into hot sauce.
Like edible hot sauce that won't kill you?
Yep.
It's pretty cool. He's like a real alchemist.
He has like a whole ass lab, so I hope he's like a real chemist, you know? He does some crazy stuff. It is crazy how like alchemy is this like, you know, Lord of the Rings ass, you know, fantasy trope, but then like you can just turn shit into other shit.
You can turn lead into gold. It's
crazy.
It's a lot of steps.
Yeah. Did you basically put one thing in a tube with another thing and then do that 30 times with other things, and then eventually you get to the thing you want?
What do you mean you literally can't? You just take out a certain number of protons or put in a certain number of protons and wait for the electrons to show up. Boom, the end.
I bet you can turn anything into anything with enough steps.
Just do fusion. I'm not saying I can do it. I'm saying it can be done. Maybe not by us, but by like an alien or something.
I got a pretty good grip, man. Give me a couple of hydrogen atoms. I'll mush those fuckers together.
I believe that. I believe you could be a rock climber, I think.
I think I could be a rock climber, but that just is because I'm skinny and tall.
That's
and
a
got
rock
long
climber's
arms.
build, though, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like
wanna
the
try
average
it.
height guys don't climb rocks. It's either really tall guys or really short guys.
You want to do some dulls?
Let's do some dulls. It's been fun, though. All right, let's get the bad ones out of the way.
Bandle.
Oh, Bandle. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Gotta-
That's not a
gotta
bad one.
Gotta start with
Oh, were you
Oh,
even
this is-
alive when this song came out?
you got it in one?
No, but like it's from 1998 and it has 400 million views. Like I was in there, man.
I mean, maybe. It says very hard, though, man. This one might be tough. Oh, movie?
Big movies from 1998.
Why does this, like
The barking
like
sound?
dog barking
Yeah.
sound effect sound so familiar?
It sounds very Nintendo.
Like I'm playing Mario Paint. Okay, hit me number 2.
This shit is Grace 2 by the Tragically Hip. Are you hearing it, Chet?
It's like a major key version of the I got sunshine in a bag.
Oh,
but
you're
it's in,
so
it's in a major
right.
key instead of a minor key.
Yeah. I'm going to number 2.
I'm already there. It didn't help. Oh, this took a turn.
I feel like this could be like it's like just before this. Oh, I know this. This is yeah, man. This is this right here. Yeah, dude. It's at the end of the bass track. I know exactly what it is, but you had to be there. You absolutely had to be there.
Oh.
I also did not know that this came from this movie, even though I know what this movie is.
I know this song, but I have no idea what it's called.
Ooh. He wants to vote the man. The
you
best
got me
days
for
of
sure.
my home, just to fucking be with you. You'll give me the best days of my. Woof, woof.
Oh, okay. So the hint was a lot more direct than I thought it was. I was like, is it appreciation? Like, what is this? No, it's just thank you.
That's by Dido.
Yeah, I've heard that for sure, but that's one of like a lot of these like late 90s, early 2000s songs I'm gonna have heard before, but not know the name of.
This is everywhere, and I think it's a horrible song.
I don't have a huge affinity for it. I was just like, yeah, that's a song.
It passes through your ears, into your brain, and out your body like some kind of indigestible oral fiber. Leaves no impact. There's no trace that it was ever there in the first place.
Oh, you know, is this word? Gotta be this. Ooh, gotta be this word right here. Oh, fuck! It's this one.
He does these so fast, and it pisses me off every time.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god, it's this word. Oh, bad timing, Wordle. Come on, I got it in 5.
5? Okay, I'm on 2 with 2 greens. Or 3 with 2 greens, I guess. I can't do it, man. I lost all confidence again. Basti, Costi, Dosti, Gosti, Mosti, Nosti, Losti, Lost-see, Roasty, Potato Roasty.
I think you're gonna get my ass because you skipped the pitfall. Never mind. You
Why
guessed
did I
a
put an I?
ridiculous word.
That's not a ridiculous word. It's a German potato cake.
Oh,
That's a perfectly, it's as good as any other word except for the I.
You got to get it on this one to beat me.
It can't, zesty? No!
Bro, the E's used already, man. You only have one vowel left. Only one vowel it could have been, man.
Gusty? It's Gusty!
Gusty, man. You dodged lusty and dusty as well. Just
Gusty, man!
The worst part is we tied still after that performance.
Really?
Yeah, I guessed Misty, and then I guessed Rusty, and then I guessed.
Oh, so Rusty's okay, but Roasty is insane. I see how it is.
Oh, Dordle me? It
Holy
only gets
cow.
harder from here, brother.
Don't look at my grid.
I'm gonna look at your grid.
I feel like I have the most insane words that it's actually accepting as real words. This is not. I know people are like type normal words, but then I don't know what to tell you. They're perfectly normal words, man. They're perfectly normal words.
Guessing 2 E's as your first word is the most psychotic shit.
Yo, but what if it was freed? What if it was freed? I don't know.
You gotta be vowel maxing, man. At least get 2 of them in there.
So hang on. This takes like all of my brain power.
Uh-huh.
I don't see the humor.
It's just every time it's so fun. I don't know why.
There's a U or an A involved in here.
I think people just love watching the smart guy look a little dumb every so often, you know? I think that it's they're clapping, they're cheering it on.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, hang on. Parse. Oh, okay. And just getting the completion in this would make my day. So we got purse, and we got 4 yellows. It's simple. Study.
He's done it. Well done.
I'm going to assume you got me on that one.
I got one less, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, how the mighty have fallen.
Well, no, I mean like one less is a good thing.
I know, but that's better than usual for me.
Oh, okay. Let's Wordle it. Oh. This is just this. Yeah. And then.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny that this is the word, and it's so fucking funny that I guessed the inverted version of it first. That's how you know I'm a dyed in the fucking wool hater. That shit did not. I didn't go, let's make people mad by guessing the other one. That was the first shit that popped in my head.
I just pulled something out of my ass like a freak with it, dude. Holy.
You're in trouble, brother. I'm just letting you know.
Look, if this was a time-based thing, I would win every time, but
100%.
it ain't like that.
100%. Okay, I've got 2 with 4 remaining.
I've got 3 with 2 remaining.
I can't do the math on that. I'm just letting you know.
It's okay. I think you're in a good spot.
Bottom left is all fucked up though.
Dude, I feel like a king for getting one of them. What is this word? This is not a word, man. Where does any of this even go? This shit gotta go here. Is that a word? Is that a word?
You ever see the screenshot of the guy playing horseshoe? And he's just guessed not horse like 10 times in a row, and the chat is screaming, guess horse?
Oh!
Why did it have to be 5-letter words, man? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I know every 5-letter word there is to know at this point because of these dumb games.
A gouse.
The S doesn't go there, brother. You already knew that. That's what I did. You doesn't go there, man.
You're right about that one. You're right about that one. Sucky. Oh. Is there any chance for me to get the 2 words in one?
No, there's not. The bottom right word's kind of a toasted one.
Oh, pushy. Of course. That's the first thing I thought of when I said of course. Zebra!
Zebra, dude. I felt like a king when I got that one, man.
Oh, man. I felt like a king when I guessed amine instead of anime.
I had like a dine typed in, and I was like, that's not a word. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Johto. I know Johto.
Johto, I always ask my chat. Johto is Gen 2.
Give me this one.
Galar is... I know Galar. And then Hoenn is Gen 3. Okay, thank you, chat. Thank you.
There's only 5 of these, right?
There's no fucking shot this dude doesn't have 2 types. Look at him. He's got 2 types in the image. Look at this guy. The first time that Pokemon typing has ever made sense. The first time in history. 2 elements present in the image. It's a dual type Pokemon from Galar. Oh.
Son of a bitch, man. Dual typing was pretty new for fucking Johto, man. I don't remember a lot of Johto Pokemon, dude.
Oh. Oh, we're popping, man. We're popping.
I'm not popping. This is easy. This is
Oh! 3! I got 3 for 3 on Johto, man.
You got all 3 Johtos?
I got all 3 Johtos, dude.
That's crazy.
This never happens. Generation 3.
This is right? No, what gen is that? It's probably gen fucking 4, man. Oh, come on. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, that was a lark. I shouldn't have gone through with that.
We can do this one. I'm only guessing blue Pokemon for some reason. I'm 4 of 4 on Pokemon that are blue. Which one's Galar is it's UK. Sword and Shield. I got you.
No, man, no. I've died through. Isn't this the... Oh, no, I did this last time too. You know what pissed me off? There was a Pokedoku where it was like Galar, and then it intersected with Steel type. And do you know how many Pokemon there are in the history of Pokemon that look like swords or shields, and they're named after swords and shields, but they're not from Pokemon Sword and Shield? There's like maybe 4. It's not a ton, but like there's literally a sword and a shield. Yeah, exactly. There's a sword and a shield that aren't from Pokemon Sword and Shield. What are they doing, man?
No, that's Gen 5. What is the little fucker from Gen 3? He's coming busting out the walls, man.
I got 5.
Oh, well, now I only need one more, and I think I'll get there.
No!
What is the fucker? You're done, right? I think
yeah, I'm done.
Because I was thinking Pidove, but isn't Pidove Gen 5?
I have no idea. They add like a shitty bird into every...
I'm trying to think of the shitty bird to get the flying type. Am I
I mean,
right?
look at this guy.
You're distracting me, man. That's not the bird. I need to think of the bird, man.
I mean, I'm talking to my chat now. Look at this guy and tell me that the Pokemon Company's not washed. Look at this guy. I don't know what gen he's. I guess he's from Gen 8. Look at this guy. What is it? Venom with sweatbands on?
I got a 6th one, so I guess I can just give up now. Claim the W.
Apollo, can you please go to least common and then look at the bottom middle square?
Least common, bottom middle. That's Zarude Sandstorm, brother? Oh, no, bottom middle.
No, they're done. The company's cooked. Look at this guy. This is my OC. Do not steal.
Dude, Click on it and you can see Zarudada underneath them.
That's Pikachu, man.
No, that's Zarudada.
What the hell is Zarudada?
Oh, why couldn't I remember
What the hell is Duraludon G-Max, man? It's a building?
Yeah,
It's a Malaysian
Duraludon.
skyscraper?
He's a cool dragon, dude.
No, he's not. He's an office building.
No, it's a dragon, man. How am I couldn't remember fucking Corvus Squire of Horse, man. What was the bird I was saying? Oh, it's Talo. I said it started with a T.
Talo.
Fucking Talo, man.
Talo, Talo. This is another Beyonce song you must not know.
No, definitely not.
I'm surprised that you just kind of shrugged off Zarude. I'm just going to say, this is going to offend like a couple people out there because everybody has like a Pokemon that they think is them. So I apologize if this is you. But like Zarude is the shittiest looking Pokemon I've seen. I've played Pokedoku for 18 months. It's the worst looking, worst design, worst execution. What is it? It's a werewolf with sweatbands.
That's a monkey, first off.
No, the fuck it isn't, man. Look at his head.
It's 100% a monkey.
That's Venom, bro. That's Venom going to tennis practice. That's pretty bad.
Oh, I got a least common. Suicune was least common? Ooh, I kind of killed that one.
What did I don't know if I got that. Oh, dude, you know what I was proud of myself for?
Hmm?
Dual type Galar. Darmanitan Galar Zen.
You know that one?
I think I know it from Pokemon Go. It's literally, I was like, how could this not be a dual type? It's a snowman shooting fire out of his nose. It had to be. It had to be dual type.
True. It's true.
Now, is he also wearing a luchador's mask? Yes, but I've learned that doesn't mean shit in the world of Pokemon Go.
What is his name? The guy?
Yeah, I know. Do you know the other one?
I don't know the other one. It's Dune guy and someone else.
I'm pretty sure the other one is this motherfucker right here. Bullshit. That's Michael Ian Black, you piece of shit. That's Michael Ian Black.
Why can't I remember names, dude? Is Dune? He's in everything, and his name's
Am
everywhere.
I losing my mind?
Dune guy from Dune. I don't remember.
I guess it could be.
What's his name?
They don't have this guy! He's famous, man! I'm pissed. Because this is Michael Ian Black. I'm pissed, dude. Whatever. No guess. Garth Brooks. Views correct answers.
You gotta go back.
I'm stunned that that's Dane Cook. I mean, I can see that it's Dane Cook. If you pull up a picture of Michael Ian Black, you'll be like, okay, that's Michael Ian Black.
Timothy Chalamet. I knew that.
I mean, that's obviously Timothy Chalamet. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Oh, this is my kind of game. I don't know what it is, though.
I can't believe I didn't get it in the first one. Oh, I'm going to get it on 2 for sure. There's nothing else that fits the bill, man.
I don't even have a guess, I think. I can't think of a game with a dog and a bike in it, dude.
There's 2 that have been released in history.
Oh.
The shit went kind of crazy in the arcades. I was posting up at this machine in the arcades.
I got it in 2.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know if I ever played this, but I sure as hell heard of it.
It's kind of like the original roguelike.
Yeah?
You ride your bike and then dogs chase you, but the whole time you're like focusing on the dog and then you miss throwing the paper at the neighbor and then they get mad and they like unsubscribe from your newspaper.
Man, people used to have a job where they threw rolled up paper at doors.
I think they still do some places.
No way.
Well, how are they delivering the papers?
Bro, ain't no one getting the papers
Every garbage day when I drive through the alleys, I see like stacks and stacks of newspapers in my neighbor's recycling bins.
That's crazy.
And you know what's fucking crazy? They're reading the New York Times. We live in Canada, man. They're not reading the Vancouver Star or something. They're reading the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal and stuff like that. You don't live there, little bro.
I just like, I mean, why would someone still read the newspaper? Like, is it just habit at that point?
I think you reach a point in your life, and I'm getting there, where you're like, I'm full. I don't want to revolutionize like my media consumption. Like you like the cozy vibe of a newspaper, and you're like, why mess with it? I'm 70 years old. You know, why throw a monkey wrench into it when we're this far downstream?
It was kind of a cool thing. Like, I respect it. It's just, I mean, you can go read probably that same newspaper on a phone, you know?
Yeah, but then like while you're reading it, there's gonna be like a video ad that's gonna be like, your doctor says that you should not eat this food, and then like that steals some of your soul. And then like you scroll down
Yeah.
and you read the comments, and there's like some mentally ill nut job in there that's like, this is why we can't vote for Kamala. And then you're like, we don't live here, man. Like I'm reading the comments on like the fucking on the Calgary Tribune or something like that, and I'm like, what are you talking about Kamala and Trump for, man?
Kamala, Kamala. This just said it funny. Even when I was a kid and my dad was reading the paper, I'd like, honestly, like, I think I had trouble like opening the damn thing. Like, I thought I
Oh
would kind
yeah,
of treat it like a book, and then it would like fall apart, and
it
I'd be like,
doesn't
ah,
fold right,
shit.
and you get the ink
Yeah.
on your head. Like it's not the perfect medium for consuming information.
They still making it like that? Like, has it changed at all in the last 20
Nah, it's
years?
still like matte as fuck. There's no gloss
Oh
on that
no.
bitch at all.
Now that's gotta be something that's like, just for the old people, they want it to be the same. There's gotta be a better way to do that nowadays.
You know what I was thinking is kind of crazy? I was thinking of like rural Canadians at like the turn of the 20th century, so in the early 1900s. There had to be some motherfuckers out there that were like, oh, I'm a big fan of hockey, but literally never saw the game played once. Only like would get the newspaper and be like, yay, Les Habitants won the game last night. And then like maybe later they would like hear it on the radio or something like that. But they would have no concept of they would have like a blind person's concept of what the game of hockey looks like. Minus individual pictures printed in the newspaper, I guess. But
You're onto something, man. Like, I did that with baseball too. Like,
yeah,
people
man.
probably thought baseball was way cooler than it was listening to it on the radio.
They were like, holy shit, 100-mile-an-hour. Well, it was probably like 72-mile-an-hour fastball. That's like...
That's so fast.
Then you go to the game and it's like a
Humans will never
lob.
go that fast.
Yeah. Oh, man. FoodGuessr?
I love food.
It's always fun, man. Oh, shit, dude.
It's just a little good mythical morning every day, man. That's just this.
No. Don't get twisted.
I mean, this could be from a lot of different. I'm gonna guess the obvious one. Ice cold.
Ice cold? Ice cold?
Did you also get ice cold?
No, but you said you're going to guess the obvious one, so I'm assuming you guessed like maybe turkey and then got an ice cold.
Yeah, but you don't know what direction to go.
Well, I could take a guess because this shit looks like what you get after either the bars or the pubs close. Am I crazy to think that this shit looks like a Canadian bottle of water? Is this like, this might be like Donair poutine, man. Ice cold!
Where else can you go here? Is it this? I'm losing my mind, man. Are you kidding me? That's not where this is from.
No idea. Somewhere in Europe. It's a
This
melting
isn't
pot.
fair, man.
It's a melting pot. They're always talking about this stuff. Ice cold!
From here. This isn't from here. This is
Ice
it,
cold!
dude.
Are you shitting me, man? How can all three of these countries be ice cold? They're on the other part of the earth that covers the whole earth.
You guys, think about it, man. What's the one place that
It's got to be, you're right, it's got to be Australia. It's the only thing that makes... Halal snack pack. Meat in a box, meat on chips, meat box, snack pack, kebab, snack plate, mixed meat package, kebab box.
some AI generated ass shit, man.
Oh my God, man.
Oh, it sounds like that one TikTok thing, dude.
This is
Jesus Christ.
crazy. That's insanity, man.
Why is this saying this is from Australia? I don't understand. I'm going next round. Okay, this is more my speed, man. Looks like a
Oh,
bunch of damn slop, brother. I couldn't tell you
I
what a
would never
single
say that.
piece of any of this shit is.
Oh man.
Give me this place.
Dude, when it's with me, when I'm eating this shit, the young jackfruit is not optional.
Cool. It's gotta be this then. I got it in 2.
I also got that one in too.
All right.
Shit ingredients: bee larva, blood. No, sorry, no thanks.
I'm gonna get the next one. I think you're gonna get in 1, brother. Don't
Yes, that looks like some form of soba.
worry. It does say ingredients soba noodles. I got 13,000.
I think you beat me again on this one. Oh, I got 13,000 too. I thought you cooked me on the first one by like 1 or 2 because I went
No.
Canada, Germany, Russia.
I don't remember what I went Egypt and then fucking what did I even get? Like Indonesia, New Zealand, Australia. I don't know why. I guess
Oh,
New Zealand, man.
The ice colds are driving me crazy. Man. Oh,
Can they do? I want some halal now, man.
it did look pretty tasty.
We don't got good halal here, dude.
Same, I would say same. I take umbrage with the way they do it in Vancouver too, because if you get like a kebab or a shawarma or a doner or something like that, this shit comes out to like 16, 17 bucks. And I'm like,
We had
it's a slap in the face to the origin of the food, in my opinion.
We got a halal guys, which I think is like New York chain in like Dallas. That shit was great.
I believe it.
That was amazing. And then I moved to Austin. They don't got shit here. They have like halal dudes or some shit, and it was like,
54,000 pounds on 3 axles is the maximum weight class allowed for what class of vehicle? Am I insane if I say it's it's like a really, really heavy truck? Maybe it may be an 18-wheeler. You connect your axle to your deck with what skateboard doohickey? A truck! Oh, it's just a truck. Bro, they're gonna give me I could argue that with the teacher. By the way, okay, can we go to thrice.geekswhodrink.com?
I'm so down, but know that this will slay me.
People were clowning on my ass because I said that this exact shit would happen. It was like, the maximum weight for this vehicle on 3 axles is 50,000 pounds. I wrote 18-wheeler, and people said, buddy, you are 2 years old. And I said, just you wait, because the correct answer was truck. I said, just you wait. There's going to be a dispute resolution, and they're going to give me the point. The day after, I signed in, no dispute resolution. I saw you, GameBot. Guess they didn't take your answer. Good things come to those who motherfucking wait. Your submission for 18-wheeler was accepted. Your score has been updated accordingly. Pray we don't update it any further.
That makes sense. I didn't know these guys had a TV channel.
Oh.
I got 1 point.
Learned TV channel that's not affiliated with any U.S. government institution. I'm stupid?
Don't worry. The last one's real easy. They give it to you. They give it away on the last one.
The Smithsonian, so I got it, but the Smithsonian is a chain? I thought there was like one Smithsonian. But it's like Insomniac cookies?
I don't know, man. I know of it from the museum and literally nothing else. What the what is this talking about?
Oh, I thought that it could have been so fucking perfect, man. What a great guess.
I don't know. Skip. Skip.
Oh, get it on 2, man. Oh.
I wasn't getting that one. I forgot about this place.
Deadliest catch.
I mean I recognize it now that I see it, but I wasn't pulling that one from the data banks, that's for sure. What?
Guess that's not one word, huh?
There's no way. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's not, these weren't invented. No.
Oh!
Oh.
It was not
Man.
Turkish Star Wars. Also called sweet neem. What tree's leaves are sometimes used as fucking Gandalf-ass recipe, man?
I don't know. I'm just going to guess trees. That's not that one yet.
A certain spice blend.
That's, that makes so much sense, and I feel dumb for not having guessed this. I'm so stupid. I just don't know why I wouldn't have guessed that.
Oh my god.
Do you feel stupid now too?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I said the fucking, for number 2, I guess the chutney tree. That doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
Yeah, grow a good old chutney tree. Oh fuck! I just learned about this the other day from a goddamn YouTube video, and I forgot.
It's not Phone Freaker?
Ah, son of a bitch, man.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Have I forgotten any of my? I think we've done all of my duels at this point.
Dude, I still got some slappers. The easiest and most fun movie one, acted.wtf.
Yeah, that's the one, the easy one.
Well, I mean, listen, buddy.
Okay, this should be pretty easy, right?
I got it in one.
I guess. Okay, no, it's. I mean, it's one of these. How is it? Is it really just the first one? They don't have it. Am I getting pranked? I'm getting pranked.
He got the spirit. Just give him a second.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of bullshit. So let me tell you what happened. I typed AVE, and the first 3 options were Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, and then Braveheart, Captain America, the First Avenger. It's not until you type AVENGER that the Avengers shows up because it has the in the first
That's
thing.
true. I see. It's a cooked search algorithm. I understand.
It fucked me on that one, man. See, I got that one in 5.
The Jeremy Renner headshot is taking me out, man.
It is kind of crazy to have Mark Ruffalo and Chris Hemsworth as your like least lower build actor.
No Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
No Tom Hiddleston. No Colby Smulders. Also, they could pick a better picture for Chris Evans, man. It looks like his wife just put like her cold hands on his tummy to warm them up.
Why is the Mark Ruffalo one cut off at the bottom? Like he's peeking out of frame.
His shirt's probably political.
I guess his chin is too. What do you got for me? What's next?
There's still some good ones. Pick 5 is always fun.
Oh yeah, this is the one.
OEC.world / EN.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's an easy one today.
Yeah, I would hope so. No, oh no, that's 4. Okay, yeah.
All right, I got silver already.
Yeah, I also have silver already. We'll go here. Nope, that was 71. A fool I am.
Come on, you can get me that gold, man. Can I say something insane? Can I say something absolutely crazy? Oh, that was 71.
Oh, I also got that Bangladesh. Yeah, me too. What? Why did not take my final guess?
Yeah, what happened to my guess? I just typed Vietnam like somewhere else.
Oh, the number 2 and 3 are so much more obvious than I thought they'd be.
So much more obvious than they thought they'd be. So much more obvious than he
I
thought
feel
they'd
like a
be.
damn fool for not guessing one of them at least.
Oh, maybe. Nope. Well, I got number 4.
I started
Really?
with India.
kind of surprised South Korea's making a lot of synthetic shirts. You know,
Kinda unbased of OEC.world to list them as Chinese Taipei.
that's
to
my
be
opinion
honest.
on it. Yes, because you're saying it should just be looped in with China's exports, right?
Exactly.
I
Like, why is OEC.world scared of the Chinese government?
I got a bone to pick with synthetic fibers to begin with, man. They're harder to wash. They don't like cotton shirts. Don't wick the moisture away, but when you wash them, they get clean. Synthetic fibers build up like a sweat debt. That like when you're wearing them, you're like, oh, this is awesome. I can't feel the sweat on myself. But then when you pull them out of the dryer after going through like a fresh cycle, you're like, why does it still smell like my sweat?
I'm realizing that I don't know if I know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know if I've ever bought a synthetic fiber shirt.
They're the ones that are like, they're made out of like a parachute.
Is it the ones that like you wear to like that they do or don't wick sweat?
It's the ones that Dan wears like every day. Cotton shirts kind of goated. They do get heavy when you sweat it up, but
I don't sweat it up, brother.
you can just throw them out after like a couple of uses, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure they make some kind of like fucked up fabric, right? Or a fucked up detergent that can clean synthetic fabrics. They got it like some kind of like pet deodorizer, like we're cleaning like a dog bed or something.
Can I be honest with you on something thread fiber related?
Mhm.
We talk about like phones being like, intentionally obsolete at some point, planned obsolescence.
Yeah, yeah.
They do that for socks too, and we got to figure out what's going on there.
I think you're right. I think they build them to like 30 uses. They build them to break.
Yeah, all these socks I'm buying just fucking fall apart after like a month. It's horrible.
And then like the fucking Johnny come latelys who are platinum in Overwatch will be like, you should learn how to darn them yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna darn my 75-cent fucking champion socks that came in a 36 pack from Costco for $6.99. Are you crazy? They didn't even sew that shit at the fucking factory. You wanted me to? You're out here like an r/buy it for life mod.
I just want a sock that won't have a hole in the sole. Like after like a few uses is all,
I hear you, man.
I gotta find some like professional sock maker. I didn't know that was a thing. Like I thought those were kind of figured out, but now that I think about it, the big sock doesn't really want you to be not buying socks every other week. So why would they even do that?
I'm at this point where I'm like, I know they're gonna break and I just buy them. Once
you're just like recycling them over and over.
Basically, once every 6 months, I buy like 2 dozen pairs from Costco. And you know what's great is like when they fucking go, I'm like, whatever, heartless, straight in the garbage can.
I always have an issue getting the socks on. I don't know if I just got big. I mean, I do got big feet, but I mean, socks are kind of like you really just like buy them like in bunches, like it's like small, medium, large. It's not like this is the shoe size sock you buy.
It's true. That's true.
So I get like the large, but I got big ass feet, so they're pretty snug.
You wear socks when you stream? Blargin? No. He's Blargin posting?
I do not wear socks when I stream.
See, I would be mad if I was you, because if your socks are wearing out and you're not wearing them all day, like that's even more decrepit. I'm wearing socks all day. So I'm not surprised when they rip.
I mean, I go for walks in the morning, and that's pretty much my main sock usage timing. So just like a 30-minute walk in the morning is enough to wear them out over time.
That's crazy. You're no socks on right now?
No, yeah.
I could never, man.
Well, hey, why?
I don't know. It's just I'm not doing my best.
My feet move energy very well, so like they'll get too hot if they're in a sock, and they'll get too cold if they're out of a sock. So I deal with the cold because it's better than the hot. I don't want sweaty ass feet.
I just don't know what to say. I don't like. I'm not judging you. It's a problem with my brain, but I don't think I could do it. Same when there's like streamers who are like, I don't know, like I'm not trying to make any enemies. Are you wearing? Do your pants have a button and a zipper, or are you an elastic waistband?
I used to wear jeans mostly, but now I'm a sweatpants person, so they just got a little tie.
I could never, man. I could never. I'm at work right now.
Yeah, me too, man. It's comfy as hell.
Got my grippers out, elastic waistband. Is it tied up, or you got both strings dangling?
Oh, they're dangling.
I could never, man. That's way too informal.
Bro, you're not in a meeting. You're not like at an interview.
No,
brother.
I know, but it just doesn't feel like I should be talking to people with sweatpants on and no socks on. That just doesn't feel right, man.
Just be like Germa, run the whole Smite stream full nude, man.
That was a different era, okay? I wouldn't feel people like you could get away with not wearing pants. First off, I don't know. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad about themselves. I don't consider wearing pants to be a penalty. I don't even notice this shit, okay? Secondarily, it's like a mental debuff. You know how auraless you are as a man with underwear and a t-shirt on? You have no power. I don't believe that the clothes make the man necessarily, but I'll tell you, t-shirt and underpants, sitting your ass down on a work chair, there's auraless.
It is pretty auraless, but also like I hate because I get like little sweaty spots where the skin makes contact with the computer chair. Hate that. Hate that. Gotta have pants on to have a buffer there.
Yeah, but that's absolutely true.
Especially my chair is so old, it's like ripping apart. So like the plastic
it's dangerous.
Parts they're like stabby.
Yeah, I understand.
On that shit, man. I need a new chair though. That's my own problem.
I got
it is also
mesh,
really hot here though. So
I'm not mad. Like again, I feel like there's no reason you have to be fully dressed up to stream, but like I couldn't do it without, at a minimum, like the pants have got to have a fly.
I mean, the sweatpants are so nice because like they're elastic and so they latch on, but they're also it's super easy to just pop them off and take a little piss real quick. You don't gotta mess with any of that.
Yeah,
shit.
but it's really easy to pop your pants off and take a piss when they got a fly and a button too.
Yeah, but you don't get that extra comfort of the sweatpants not, grabbing onto you like jeans do.
I actually prefer when you take the like button pants off. Because with the elastic waistband, like the pants are fighting your legs. Like they're like cinch up. But when you take the button fly pants off, they're like, we'll be here when you need us, brother. Like they
hang low.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I don't put them that low. Let's not put that image in people's head, but.
That no one accused you of that.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't put the elastic on the sweatpants like low enough, so then it's kind of like cinching your scrotum, and it fucks up your throughput when you urinate. And then when you pull the waistband down, like another 20% of your bladder can finally empty out.
I just hold that shit, make sure it's in place. I don't let gravity do the work.
When in Rome, I guess. When in Rome. There's like I'm not anti-sweatpant. There's one scenario where I wear sweatpants though. I get home from my boxing class at 7:15 p.m., 7:30. Hop in the shower because I'm sweaty. When I dry off, I put on sweatpants until I go to bed. Because I'm not putting on a pair of like real pants at 8 o'clock p.m. Like because you're going to bed in like an hour and a half. But that's and I welcome that 90 minutes of sweatpants comfort, to be honest.
That's the thing though, is that you've tricked yourself mentally into thinking you can't have that comfort all day, every day.
No, you've got it backwards. Because you sip on the ambrosia all the time, you no longer realize how sweet it tastes. Because I limit my ambrosia intake, I still appreciate it like it's the first day that it touched my tongue.
Nah, see that comfort comes from the shower more than the pants though.
There's some truth to that.
I'm just saying, ever since I switched to sweatpants, I'm not switching back. I still wear, jeans if I'm going out. But
I was gonna say going out is one thing. If you're wearing if you're going on your walk, do you keep the sweatpants on?
Yep.
Can't do that. I'd be in jeans for sure. Maybe a suit jacket.
The neighborhood people just have to deal with the sweat. I mean, I tie it up at least. I don't let the things dangle. I make a little bow tie there.
Athleisure is like Athleisure's a different thing. What kind of sweatpants are they? Are they pure black, white, or like mottled gray?
I got.
Do not
4
say if
different
you say
pairs.
plaid, I'm gonna
No,
flip my fucking lid.
they're solid color. I got a white pair, I got a black pair, I got a gray pair, and I got this like greenish brown grayish. I don't know what to call this
Okay,
color.
okay.
Like a yeah. I kind of want a couple more pairs just because they're like I'm using them so frequently.
I'd accept that.
They go
Stripes on the
hard, man.
side, 3 stripes.
No,
Okay,
solid
I
color.
like that. I like that.
Shout out American Tall. That's where I got them from.
2 reasons I can't shop there.
Hey. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to shop for the first reason still. I think that we're past that point.
Dude, so when I was at TwitchCon San Jose,
Okay, I was at that one, yeah.
yeah, my pants ripped out, right?
I think I remember that, yeah.
So I had to go buy new pants in San Francisco because we were in San Francisco instead of San Jose. I went to like a boutique store to buy pants. They were negging the shit out of me, man. I had like I'm 5'10" with a 34-inch waist. They were like, "What size are you?" I said 34. They brought out some pants that were like at least 18 inches longer than my legs are long. And I said, "They fit in the waist, but they're a little long. Is there anything we can do?" And they were like, "Oh, usually if you have a 34 waist, like our clientele is like much taller than you." I said, "Okay, motherfucker. Why don't you bring me some shit with like the shorter legs?" And they brought me some shit with like a 28-inch waist that at the time I couldn't put it on. They were basically like, "You're too short and too fat to shop here." And I was just like an average guy.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. I mean, I have the opposite problem. I go into a store and everything that is long enough for me is like 2 times the width of what I could wear.
She's pissing me off, man. So like, what did I do? I bought the long ass pants that fit in the waist, and then I rolled up the cuffs like I'm 8 years old.
Make it look intentional.
I had to roll up the cuffs like 3 rolls, man.
That's so good.
It's like I hold like Magic the Gathering cards in my cuffs.
I've never ripped a pair of pants before, by the way. Is that like a common thing? Because it just seems so cartoonish.
So I'll tell you, I think I've diagnosed my problem finally.
Uh-huh.
I think that my thighs are big and they rub together. So as a result, especially 2020 to 2023, when I was walking my daughter like 90 minutes to 3 hours a day in her stroller, the pants were just blowing out. They were just they didn't stand a chance. They're doing better now.
Is it just like you bend down to like pick up a little quarter you see on the road, or is
no?
It like,
usually you notice like a little breeze, and then you feel down there, and you're like, oh, there's like a little tear, but it's not that bad. Like someone would have to have their head like all the way up it for them to notice, and then like 2 times later you wear the pants and it's like blown out completely.
That's crazy. So just not no like single rip. It's just like a fray and then it's open.
Yeah, it's like wear and tear. But then like once it's like peeling an orange. It's like once it gains purchase, it's over.
I guess that's you must got some thighs, brother, to be doing that. My God.
I plead the Fifth Amendment on the advice of my attorney.
Okay.
Sort these songs, given lyrics from the Weird Al parody, in the order of their release, starting with the latest.
This is a you and not a me. That's for sure. Oh, this is the you. I don't know these other ones.
Okay, so let me tell you.
That's gotta be there.
I'm just gonna say some stuff. Okay, this is Handy, which is a parody of Fancy. This must be White and Nerdy. It's the only thing that makes sense. This is Amish Paradise. This is Like a Virgin. And this is Another One Rides the Bus. I don't know what this is. Oh, this must be I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. So, it's just that? It's the easiest disorderly of all time?
I really have not heard much of any Weird Al. Like
I would have never predicted that.
Yeah, I really don't. I could not sing you a single Weird Al song.
I would have bet on that at like minus 1,100. I would have been like, he has at least one Weird Al CD in his collection.
What's the there was one I think that was like, oh yeah, riding nerdy. That's the one that white and nerdy. That's the one I remember explicitly. I didn't even realize it was in this list until I looked at it.
You're not messing with The Saga Begins?
No, don't. That's the Weird Al?
This Weird Al's parody of American Pie by Don McLean.
Oh, it doesn't even rhyme.
Ever tell you about? Well, because there's this saga. I mean, in both ways, but ever tell you that's off the album Running with Scissors. It's a parody of American Pie and Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. But track 3, I believe, is a parody of Pretty Fly for a White Guy called Pretty Fly for a Rabbi. And in the 7th and 8th grade, we used to have a computer in our classroom with a CD drive, and you could bring in a CD and play music at lunchtime. Maybe you can see where this is going. Because I was really cool, brought in Running with Scissors by Weird Al Yankovic. Got to track 3, and we had a substitute teacher who was apparently... She adhered to the tenets of Judaism, and she did not see the humor in the song.
Come on.
And she was very offended, or maybe pretending to be very offended, but definitely very offended to the point of almost being like, this is anti-Semitic.
It's not a mean song. Come on.
No, they're talking about... I mean, there's some stereotypes in it.
That was allowed back in the
They were
90s.
talking about bagels and, I don't know. He was saying some Yiddish. For all I know, Weird Al Yankovic might be Jewish, man.
Honestly, he probably is.
All right, I don't know if I'd be that presumptuous.
Well, okay. Fuck me, I guess. You really looped me into that trap. You led me by the fucking nose on that one.
I love that.
You tossed me over the cliff.
I locked the cage behind you.
Yeah.
Got my gruel carriage eats for lunch today, and the MF ate half, but the scribe won't listen to my complaints. Do other serfs have the same problem? The landed gentry don't give a fuck about us, straight up. But you got to stop using carriage eats. Because you pay twice. You got to pay extra shillings for the delivery and nebulous fees, and then also you have to pay for the absolution when you go to the clergy after you confess to your Sloven way of life. So you're paying too much. It's too much. I know, and the tithes, man, the tithes. I can't even make fun of DoorDash being called Deliveroo in the United Kingdom, because until they were pushed out by international corporations, the biggest Canadian delivery app was called Skip the Dishes, which, as we've talked about many times, yeah, you're skipping the dishes. You got to take the garbage out 3 times a day, but you're skipping the dishes. Okay. But you're not even really skipping the dishes anymore, because you got to wash out the fucking recyclable containers to put them in the recycling. So you got to do the dishes, but the dishes are like way less satisfying because you're trying to wash grease off of plastic. And they love each other, man. They won't let go. At least when you're washing plates and silverware and stuff, the soap knocks the grease out and it kind of like just washes off. But the plastic, man, or the biodegradable fucking whatever they're sending it in, I got glass Tupperware to solve that. That does not solve it. What are you talking about? Unless you bring your Tupperware to the restaurant and then tell them to put the food in that. That doesn't make any sense. Otherwise, they're delivering the shit, and then you're taking it out of the plastic shit. You're putting it in the glass Tupperware, and then you got to wash the plastic shit before you put it in your recycling, man. That's how I feel when they used to charge you 25 cents in Vancouver for a cup. If you got a cup from a coffee shop or you got like a cup from McDonald's, they would charge you a 25-cent like single-use cup fee, essentially. And then people started bringing their own cups into McDonald's. And McDonald's was like, it's corporate policy to not let your potentially dirty cup touch the soda fountain behind the counter. And everyone was kind of like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? Because we can't get around the fee then. So like, what are you... If you've incentivized bringing your own containers, but the private businesses are like, we won't put it in your containers. So like, there's no getting around it. So they repealed that, which was nice. Are you actually riding the Peloton like 6 inches from the wall? It's not. It's about a foot from the wall. I'd say it's about 12 inches from the wall, but you don't turn too much on it, so it's totally fine. My arms have never made contact with the wall. Can't you do it in front of a window? It is in front of a window. Like I know you saw my room when I was full cam, but you only see what you see. You don't see what I see. What I see is the window. Now the thing that's going to blow your mind is you're like, oh, thank God you're riding with the window, so you have something to look at. Yeah, from 6 to 7:40 a.m., middle of October, is fucking dark 98% of the time. So I'm looking out a window at darkness, but there is a window there, if that makes you happy. When do you wake up? I woke up at 5:25 today. The bed wrote me off. I didn't write back. It's because my daughter, like last night, she decided she didn't want to sleep in her bed, so she climbed into bed with Kate and me. And anyone who has a toddler that sometimes sleeps in their bed knows that like they don't sleep right, man. They don't sleep like in a vertical line. They sleep italicized, and then sometimes they like put their feet on the pillow and stuff like that. They accidentally like kick you in the face or karate chop you and stuff. Adults do that too. No disrespect, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying adults don't move around when they sleep a little bit, but like compared to a toddler, it's like night and day, man. They're fighting demons in their sleep. My wife does that to me? No, she doesn't, man. Your wife does not. You don't wake up and find your wife's feet on the pillow and her head under the blanket at the foot of the bed. Unless your wife is a fucking noctambulator. A what? A noctambulator? Sorry, noctambulist. My daughter, she was kicking us all night last night. She is here. And like, we both had it bad. It's not like a measuring contest. Kate had it bad because my daughter was punching her and kicking her while she was asleep. I had it bad because in order to generate the kind of leverage to be able to kick my wife, my daughter needed so much space on the bed that I was relegated to like this much. Like I was sleeping sideways with my center of balance just barely keeping me on the bed. So I don't think anybody had a great sleep last night except for maybe my child. But I thought about just going down and sleep on the couch. But it's tough, man, because if you like I was waking up, it was like 4:30 in the morning and I get up at 5:15. You're really like, am I going to go down and try to sleep on the couch? Or am I just going to have like a decrepit little like 45-minute nap before my alarm goes off? It's like, it's a cursed calculus, right? Sometimes you just got to tank it. I would start asleep on the couch, but I would like pivoting halfway through a night is tough. You ever get the thing where you wake up at 7 o'clock on a weekend with no alarm? Nobody's going to like my answer here, okay? Because they're going to take it as a flex. But I wake up with an alarm on the weekend, and it's at 5:15. Your gummo plants made 45 moon drops since your last visit. Insane behavior? I had stuff to do, man. I don't know what to tell you. What time do you go to bed if you wake up that early? As early as possible, which unfortunately last night was like 10:30. And then combined with the intermittent wake-ups in the night, not great. But usually I like to be asleep by like 9:30 at the latest. Asleep or in bed? Asleep, bro. I like to be in bed by like 9 at the latest if I can swing it. I'm an 11 p.m. Andrew. I think that's actually, I'm willing to say it, to thine own self be true. I think going to bed at 11 as an adult is less degen than going to bed at 9:30. Going to bed at 9:30 as a 35-year-old is a little too early to be going to bed. But it fits my lifestyle. It fits where I'm at right now. So I'd be loath to change it. What are you trying to prove? That's just when I need to fit stuff in, man. If I want to do a 90-minute ride, I gotta wake up early enough to go to the bathroom, fuel up a little bit, get on the bike by 6, because I gotta be off the bike by like 7:30, 7:40 to help my kid get ready for school. And it didn't happen all at once, it happened piecemeal, but that's just the way it's gotta be, man. What about on a Saturday? On a Saturday, it's more like waking up on the same time Saturday and Sunday is me giving my Monday to Friday self a gift by not having to like readjust my sleep schedule when the week rolls around. It's easier to just hold it. The hell is that? Wow! What do you mean there's nothing here? We gotta take this back to base, man. This orb is gonna generate something for us back at base. It's D-Generator. Oh no, Darren Sharper. One of the most hardened, hidden safeties in the league. Cross the plane, touchdown. Greg Jamings. Fuck you, Gumby. Video's older than the internet.
This is why I say I'm one of the hardest niggas in Madden. I have one of the most best offense in Madden history. Look at this shit. Greg Genius caught that shit. This is right, last play of the game. But dog, earlier though, the nigga broke his fucking leg. How is he running with a broken leg? Dog, let's go inside the mind of a Greg Jennings. Dog, I gotta do this shit. I put a team on my fucking back though. My leg broke. I don't know how the fuck I'm running right now though. I'll do this shit for Madden. Oh shit, Darren Sharper, one of the most hardest hitting safeties in the league. But I put the team on my back, dude. Fuck it, you can't stop me. Cross the plane, touchdown. Greg Jamings, 49-20, man. Fuck with me. Fuck you, Gumby.
I remember seeing that on Less Than 3. Really takes you back, man. I wish there was a way to know what the good times were before they're fucking gone. Did you guys see the tweet that was like, this video is gonna make me kill myself? And it was, you will never have a last day of school before winter break in the early 2000s again. And it's like, you know, Nikon cool ass pictures of like the school bus picking you up on a snowy day, and then like the kids all made like construction paper, like trees and stuff like that. It is a vibe. I mean, nostalgia. We're all victims to it. Don't get me wrong. But what's funny is like at like age 12, when that shit was happening to you, you were like, I can't wait till this damn day of school is over. But when you went to the school for the last day, I'd be like, oh, we don't even fucking do anything on the last day of school. Anyway, what are we doing here? Then your fucking cooked brain at age 33 is like, we'll never be in that position ever again. Last day of work before holidays hits like that too. Dude, I mean, if we had to do it, it's been a while, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like put us, you know, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. I don't work in an office. But that being said, I still remember there's like a tier list of work days, okay? Forced team building exercise where you get to, like, it happens on a weekday, but you get to leave the office and do non-office activities. It just happens to be with your coworkers. That's very close to the top of the list. Lunchtime events, particularly if you guys are going out to a restaurant, but even a potluck, they'll usually toss you an extra 30 minutes for lunch or something like that, and you get to have some conversation. The day before a long weekend, usually, unless you work a non-email job, where I assume, like, you really got to get some shit done that day. Imagine if you're like a plumber or something like that, and a long weekend's coming up, that last day is probably like, it's pretty busy. I don't really like talking to my coworkers though. You know what what's the nice pill? I think it's like black pill. I don't like talking to my coworkers. Red pill. I'm better than my coworkers. The blue pill, the nice pill, is the one that is, they don't like talking to you either. I used to have a superiority complex. Oh, my 40-year-old coworkers and I have nothing in common. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't like talking to my fucking decrepit 21-year-old ass either when I was working there. They were like, Oh, I had a pretty low-key weekend. Just spent a lot of time with my kids. And I was like, boring. What'd you do? Fucking Edward 40 hands. Taped a bunch of glass beer bottles to our hands. Dude, my mate threw up, man. You wouldn't believe it. It's so sad how like work is their whole life and I have like cool hobbies instead. Not everyone thinks down on people. Buddy. You can lie to yourself. You can't lie to me. This is social media. What are you doing here? I mean, literally, you're looking down on me by saying not all of us look down on people. You're just doing it from a position that you thought was like, you know, perceived as the higher ground. It's your job to be looked down upon. Honestly, some people are going to say that's hater parlance, but I think it's the only honest viewer, to be honest. I think that, like, that's why sometimes people get annoyed by me, is because I'm disturbing the natural hierarchy that people have come to accept, which is a streamer is somebody that you pay a little bit of money to and then you can feel good about making fun of them. And I push back on them making fun of them, and then they go, oh, what? This guy is kind of mean. Because we had a TikTok go up where somebody, when I was playing Deadlock, posted like, it's crazy that you found people in this game who are worse than you. So I read the comment out, and then I said, it's crazy that you use video games as a facsimile for being good at something that actually matters in life. And then people are looking, they're taking offense to what I said. They're like, well, actually, playing video games is actually harder than getting a college degree, which is true, but that doesn't mean it's worth anything. But like, we don't need to get into the weeds on that one. It is probably harder to be like Diamond in League of Legends and get a bachelor's of science degree in biology. I think, because you're playing against other motherfuckers and I'm just going against the curve, right? Thing is, like, you know, life's not fair. Regardless, nobody's looking at the context, which is that this dude basically came in and said, you fucking suck at video games. And then I fought back and people are like, you're mean. Come on, man. I'm treating him as he's treating me. Don't be weak. We got a lot of hard stuff coming up as a society, you know? Yeah, but he said you suck at video games and you said he's a failure? Yeah, but I must have been right, otherwise he wouldn't have taken so much offense to it. So like, what, it's illegal to speak the truth now? I could take offense, like playing video games. You pull this on me. Playing video games is my job. You basically said I suck at my job. I don't even know who you are. So I think it's turnabout as fair play to say you suck at life a little bit. I think I do. I'm following the golden rule. Can you stay the same? That's why I think it's crazy when streamers are like, I love my community. I like my community. I like that we have some good back and forth banter. Where it gets annoying for me is when you banter by insulting me, and then I insult you better, and then you act like, I'm a soft boy who can't take any criticism. How could you say something like that to me? I was just joking around. And then your comment, which people actually laughed at, cut me to the bone. Okay, well, fucking find some streamers who don't punch back. There's plenty who are like, you know, you can say whatever you want. It's cozy vibes only, man. Around here, like, it's toxic masculinity in this bitch, okay? You break my balls, I'm breaking your balls a little bit. Don't break the balls unless you want to run the risk of your balls being broken. I kind of like my balls being broken, to be honest. So I think Malf is, like, so funny. He's not afraid to break my balls. Hey. Like, when Librarian posted I Can't, man, and it was the image of, like, my stream with the Boston Dynamics AI tracker, I was like, that's pretty funny. But when I saw that Malf posted it without context, I actually laughed out loud. Because it's just like, him saying it is so much funnier to me because he knows me in person. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I saw that in the UK it's sexual harassment to insult a bald guy for being bald. Honestly, they don't want me to say this. A lot of bald guys need to just get a sense of humor. But there's a corollary there. A lot of bald guys need to get a sense of humor, but also a lot of people with hair need to work on their jokes. Because, like, it's not sexual harassment to call a bald guy bald, but, like, we really do hear the same jokes over and over and over again. It gets old pretty quick. I don't understand why it's funny. Well, because, like, baldness, like, is an ailment, but it's not, like, a real ailment. Like, I think some bald guys, I get it, they're attached to their hair, but some bald guys treat it like a real disease. And, you know, in my opinion, they draw like a false equivalency between like that and like, would you make fun of someone for having fucking type 1 diabetes? No, man. No, I wouldn't. But that shit is like, you don't go to the Wikipedia page for baldness and they're like, on average, it takes like 5 years off your lifespan. Like, you just don't be so serious about it, man. You know what's crazy too is people will like fucking, they'll hit me with something like, you wouldn't understand, you went bald too young. Like, it's always different for them. It's never different for me. You wouldn't understand how hard baldness is if somebody started balding when they were 17 years old. Although I will say there's a certain solace, I would say, in meeting your spouse before you go bald. Like, I get that it's like till death do you part, but like, what if you marry a lady and then you go bald like 10 years later and your head looks fucking funny? Like, that's a funny situation, but at the same time, like Kate kind of bought in with my lifetime hairstyle, like already being up there, you know? The hat stays on during sex. It's actually funny to think of people out there like having sexual intercourse with a backwards hat on. I'm sure it happens like every day. I'm not gonna say it's common, but I mean in a planet of, you know, almost 8 billion people, I'm sure it happens like at least thousands of times a day. But the mental image is really funny. That's like a dog having sex while wearing one of those like sweaters that they wear when it's cold outside. It's just like, that's not appropriate attire for the for the occasion. That's why you got the damn sweater on, man. Like, I don't know. Did you guys, speaking of slot machines, did you hear about how Chiblee gets data? I couldn't believe the story when he told it. I'm going to pause, even though it's an idle game, just to make sure I explain it right. So Chiblee paid for his phone outright with cash, right? He's not on an amortized like payment plan, and he doesn't have a phone plan. So essentially, he has his phone bill monthly is $0. Now, because he has no phone plan, he gets no data, no texting, no phone calls, etc. What he does to get data, I swear to you, this is what he said, which I'm assuming it's real. Every day he goes to his telecom app that is like who sold him the phone, who he's got his service through, and they have a slot machine, and you spin the slot machine and it presents you with 3 daily deals. So sometimes you'll spin it and it'll be like 250 minutes of calling within New Zealand for the next 7 days for $2.99. And he's like, swipe, I don't want it. But eventually you go through like enough of those unlimited texting for 6 days for $4, blah, 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 blah. Eventually you'll get to like 1 gigabyte of data per day for $1.99. And then he buys that and he has data for 1 week. Him telling me the story with a straight face was blowing me away, because it's the funniest fucking thing that he's ever said, man. He doesn't know if he's going to have data day to day. He has to pull a slot machine that the company provides to possibly buy data. Like, that's crazy, man. That's insane. How does he live like this? Well, I think like if you're Generation Z, you don't really need texting as much as like a millennial, a boomer, or a Gen X. And you probably don't need minutes for calling at all. So you just need data for like WhatsApp or Kakao Talk or whatever. But still, man, to like not to not have like reliable data and then just wait for the slot machine pull is so fucking funny, dude.
I don't have a phone plan. I've never had a phone plan. To text people, I just use iMessage. I use iMessage because it's free, as long as you've got internet. And I'm not even lying. My service provider, my service provider has a slot machine in it. If I get data That is all I need. Literally all I need is data, and I can message for free. I can do everything I want for free. So what I'll do is I'll pull up my provider's slot machine, and I'll pull the slot, right? I'll pull the slot machine, and then I'll hit big. It will give you 3 options of what you can buy. It'll be like, oh, the social package, you know, 1 gigabyte of data on social media for a week, free texting to New Zealand Australian numbers for a week, but like it'll be like $2, or the holy grail, man, 2 gigabytes of data for a week, and it will be like $1.80. That's literally all I do. That's how I live with my phone. I just pull the slot machine and I buy data if I think I'm gonna need it. And the data is always like $1 or $2. Living week to week? Well, some weeks I don't need it. I'm not gonna lie, if I don't need it, it's kind of nice to leave the house without data, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I haven't topped up on my slot winnings, I go out and I don't have data. And I just enjoy the world around me, man. And then when I come home, I'm like, what have I missed? Min-maxing life? It sounds scary as fuck. I'm just going to the grocery store. Like nothing's gonna happen. God dang, every shop down the road's got free Wi-Fi. Worst case scenario, just hop on one of those. Wait, does this mean you don't have a phone number? No, I'm with a provider. I just don't have a plan that I pay for. So like I have a phone number and like I'm on the service, but I don't get anything because I don't pay for anything. Unless, like, let me spin the slot machine right now and I'll let you know what we've got for today. I think I've already got some data on my slot winnings, so I don't need to re-up. It's just gambling. Oh, look, I'll give you a run through. Okay, so in my balance, I have $20, okay? That's $20 I can spend on Gamba. Or it will just randomly disappear if I run out of my data. Anyway, let me spin the slot. Oh. And from my last slot winnings, I still have 700 megabytes of data, okay? Okay. Now let me spin my slot for today. Oh, see, look, we got some big ones, dude. I'll leave the best for last. The first one, video pass for 5 days. Endless data on video streaming apps. $3. I don't want that. I don't need that. I don't want that, okay? 200 New Zealand mins for 7 days. Minutes to call New Zealand mobiles and landlines anytime. $1. That's not a bad roll. I'm not really making phone calls though, so I don't want that. And then here's the big one, lad. This is what we're looking for. 1 gigabyte of data for 7 days, $1.80. See, that's the shit, man. You just do that every couple of weeks, you're chilling. Gambling pays off when it comes to your phone provider. Is this not normal? Am I like the only guy that's not on a phone plan? You can just call text without internet though? Not if you aren't paying for it. You need calling time and such. Yeah, if you're paying, you need to pay for like text messages and calls. But if I get data, I can do everything. Except calling maybe. You can FaceTime for free though. That just uses data. See, and that's why I like iMessage. Because iMessage is, you don't need to pay for texting on iMessage if you have internet. So if I have data, I can text on iMessage fine. WhatsApp too? Yes. And since I'm not American, everyone here, well, everyone in my family at least uses WhatsApp. So I've got WhatsApp covered. My entire family uses WhatsApp. I have iMessage covered. Everyone else I know internationally that I keep up with uses iMessage. Like I've literally $1.80 and I'm good for a week, lad. Most phone providers don't offer stuff like this. Well, I'm glad mine does because it's keeping me afloat. I have a SIM-only plan. I bought the phone and just pay for data monthly. See, like, that's probably what I would do if I was going to pay for data, but I just... The thing is, I don't need a lot of data because I leave the house like twice a week, dude. So 1 gig is good for a week. If I need data, I get my daily login bonus of 100 megabytes for free. Wait, my ship low-key might also have daily login bonus. Claim your data up bonus. What is this? Data up gives you a free data bonus each time? Wait, what is this? Oh, I need to pay! Fuck you, you scammer, dude. I'm going back to the slots. The unfortunate thing with the slots is you can only do it once a day. 1 gigabyte for $1.80. That's a pretty good pool. Maybe I do it. I don't know when my current data runs out. It ends in 3 days. Maybe I do re-up on this $1.80. Yeah, I get 50 gigabyte, 1,000 mins, and 5,000 texts for 20 a month prepaid. I could look at phone plans, but I'm kind of content with this. Yeah, we need to factor in $1, we'll just do $2 New Zealand to USD. I'm paying $1. I think anyone hating might just be jealous. Might just be jealous of my swag. People in chat now Googling like, phone provider America with built-in daily slot machine. Also, I did just learn, if I do pay a little bit for a plan, my provider has dailies. If I pay a little bit, I can redeem a daily. I love this shit, man. This is literally a battle pass. They should add a battle pass, bro. I would buy the ISP battle pass. Are you kidding me? How are American providers not like this? It must be illegal. Why? Why is it illegal? I'm getting stuff. When you get the John Wick wallpaper of having 60 hours of screen time. No, if they actually had that shit, I would eat it up. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. It's animated. It is animated like a slot machine. It is. To be fair, it's just 3 boxes that kind of spin. And then like they kind of like roll down like a slot machine. And then they stop. My food delivery app had an actual battle pass for a while. Look, I'm coming around. I think battle passes are good. I like them. They produce way more dopamine. Do you pay for the spins? No, you only get 1 a day. It's pretty much like a rotating shop, but it's like presented as a slot machine, you know? Missing my grandmother's last ever phone call before she dies because I failed my AT&T QuickTime event. Dude, hey Bamba's got some heaters, man. Can you buy more? No, once you spin the dailies, that's all you get. That's why it's important to look every single day to make sure you get the good ones. That's kind of an expensive gigabyte. Yeah, but whenever I buy it, I only use like 300 megabytes. You know you're pressed when someone asks for the tether? Hey, can I use your hotspot? Me pulling out the slot machine. Hang on. I'll tell you in a minute. Give me a second. I'll let you know. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, we're good for the day, lad. I got 10 gigabytes for $2. I've been paying $3 a year for chivalry service since 2013. Dude, you probably still... We could go back. We could go back, maybe, man. I say we, like I was there, but... Oh, yeah, servers are hard to cancel, too. Like Minecraft servers and shit. Dude, also, apparently I bought whatever tier of Project Cars 2 that gives you rev share. So every few months, I get like €5 on PayPal.
I did see the tweet of the ex-FTX person announcing their new position as an inmate in the penitentiary. I honestly, I mean, I think you're going to agree with me, but maybe some of you won't. I think it's kind of based. It's maybe like one of the best LinkedIn posts of all time. Rare LinkedIn post that has some self-awareness, at least. Congrats in the comments was killing me. Oh, you can only hold 15. Okay. LinkedIn is unbearable. I don't get it. Because as someone who doesn't have a real job, I don't... Because what it seems like to me is like people finish their job and then they like go on LinkedIn to like make a post, like make up a story about their job. Which just seems crazy to me. Who does that? Well, all I see in LinkedIn is like, I got hit by a car yesterday, and here's what it taught me about, you know, selling software as a service. Don't get me wrong, like I'm in a privileged position as somebody that like, as privilege is also cursed. For someone that like has attention online. So you can understand why my position would be a little reactionary to where I'm standing. But I'm always stunned when people that have, like, presumably a good job are trying to court attention online. So I'm like, why do you want the attention? You already have the money. You got, the, like, that's like getting the... I can't even come up with, like, an analogy, but I'm like... I'm like, when you're a streamer, you tank the attention, or at least I do. You tank the attention to get the money. If they just gave you the money, then You wouldn't see me making too much attention-grabbing content. Let's put it that way. You'd never see me again. I gotta do something. But I definitely wouldn't be making posts that are like made-up stories about like, we made our candidates sit for 7 hours. They left one by one because they got hungry, and we hired the last person who stayed. Like, that just seems crazy to me. That's pretty good. What's the brand? This is not sponsored. They just taste good. These are midday squares. 170 calories. 6 grams of protein. 11 grams of carbohydrates. You could pump that up, man. Like 4 grams of sugar is good, but like, you could put a little more than that in there. 170 is a bit much. Are you serious, brother? Burned 930 on the bike this morning. It was a rest day. 170 calories is a little much. I got some 90 calorie packs of fruit snacks we feed to our toddler if you're interested. Uncalibrated calories. DL Guiga, it's out of respect for you. 2 years of riding, you got 1 spirit heart. You just used it. John, I'm gonna buy clothes later today. Is there a way for a bald man to wear a turtleneck without giving out the vibe that he's James McAvoy from Split? Which is a very unsettling vibe. No. Pisses me off because I've been seeing all these like hot guys in turtlenecks and I want it for myself. But I think like James McAvoy and Steve Jobs like ruined turtlenecks for bald guys. Especially because I go like this all the time. People are going to come into chat and be like, he really thinks he's Steve Jobs. And I'm like, no, I think honestly the guy was probably like a net loss for the human race. Oh, because he invented the iPhone and you're anti... No, because he treated his family like shit and like all the people in the factories making iPhones are throwing themselves out of windows and stuff like that. That's the big... Not so much because of the phones. I mean, like, I'm using one myself. It'd be a little hypocritical. But plus, apparently, he smelled really bad because he... Anyway, listen. I'm going to try on some turtlenecks. We'll see how it works, though. Get some quarter zips. I will say... I have to get a quarter zip. I have to get like a beige quarter zip. That's what all the cool guys with mustaches are wearing now. I see it outside. The zip comes down to like here, and then the collar is like kind of like flared out a little bit. I got to get one of those to have in the hopper. Navy? Brother, I don't work for fucking Archegos. Navy? I'm not sure I could pull off. Well, you know, I'll try it on for you. I trust you. You just got half a spirit heart back. You know what's weird about fashion? So the way that I'm going to phrase this is going to make it sound like I'm putting myself down, but I'm not putting myself down. I think I have a relatively accurate self-image of myself, okay? I'm not high on my own supply. I don't believe I suffer from like a degree of body dysmorphia or anything like that. But you would think that like fashion is so easy to solve. You would see like a hot guy and you would be like, I'm just gonna buy his clothes. But then you go to the store and you put those clothes on and you're like, what the hell? I just look like me. But wearing some weird clothes that I don't normally wear. You're like, what the fuck? That's not how that's supposed to work. I thought I was just gonna put it on and I didn't think I'd look like a model, but I thought at least I'd be like, well, I can see the vision. Jay, maybe that's good advice. I trust your style advice, Jay. Jay says, first impressions can take a while to change. You gotta wear the clothes for about a week before it feels normal again. I can understand that. Because I haven't gotten a haircut in a while, but I know that's what haircuts are like. You know, you get a haircut. Your hair probably looked, no disrespect, but there's a reason you went in for a haircut, right? You're like, my hair's starting to look like shit. And then you look at it after the haircut and you're like, this looks way worse. And then you like take a shower, go to bed, wake up the next day, and you're like, damn, the haircut's looking kind of fresh. You see the tweet earlier this week that was like, and by the way, I've been saying this, and every time I've said it, this is why you're my enemy, Chad. Every time I've said it, people have been like, pay more money for less food? Yeah, what a great idea. Guess what? Viral tweet, bitch. Shit had like 120,000 likes. There should be like an anti-Costco where you can buy even smaller than regular grocery store quantities of stuff that you might only need for one recipe if you're a single person or just a couple that has no kids. Now the grocery store does exist in Canada. It's called the Bulk Barn, but it's not everywhere. But the Bulk Barn is kind of insane. It's called Konbini. No, it's not. You live in Ohio, okay? We got to stop this. This is ridiculous. I don't know that you live in Ohio, but you're not posting from Chiba City right now, okay? Let's be serious. Bulk Barn is the American dream. I know, man. You go in and you fucking pay for the snacks you want, like by the pound. It's the dream. And then you need like, I want to make like one Indian dish. It's like use a teaspoon of garam masala. You go to the grocery store, you're going to be buying like, 50 grams of garam masala. You go to the Bulk Barn, you put like 3 grains of sand into a plastic bag and they go, that'll be 2 cents. And that's all the garam masala you need, man. That's what Winco Foods is. I always drive by that place and I'm like, it looks like it's named like a grocery store in a 1980s movie. So I've never gone to it. I always go down the street to the Fred Meyer. And then I'm like, why the hell is a grocery store trying to sell me lawn furniture? Society is asking, begging maybe would be a better word, for smaller loaves of bread, man. I love eating bread. I got no problem eating, a quarter of a baguette with dinner and then 3/4 of a baguette as a snack. But the average person is way too carb phobic for that, and I don't understand why the market is taking so long to recognize. You should be able, there should be a section of the grocery store where you can buy like 2 slices of bread. Sometimes people just want one sandwich, man. And you know what, you disingenuous so-and-sos? Nobody believes you, just so you know. Ken's old necks. Just learn how to bake your own bread and then, no, okay? No, because you don't do that. Every time you need a t-shirt, you don't learn how to fucking sew. You don't buy a Singer sewing machine and then make your own shirt at home. The shit is $4.99 for 2 at H&M, okay? This is not 1906. The world has changed. It's turned and it's left you here. Half loaf is good. If you can go to a place that has half loaves, that's great. But otherwise, you should be able to just buy 2 slices of bread. Not for me, but for the people out there that are like, I just want a sandwich today. You should be able to buy 4 eggs. There's places where sometimes you can get a half dozen, but most, it's like 95% of people are buying a dozen at a time. You should be able to get 4 eggs. You should be able to get 2 eggs. 1 is a little, because I don't know if it'd be cute if you had like a little single egg holder or something like that, but eggs last forever though. Yeah, but I don't want to, these are very first world problems. I'll be serious. But I don't want 12 eggs. I want 2 eggs. Like I have a craving for like some scrambled eggs. I got to commit to the whole dozen. I got to eat scrambled eggs 6 to 3 times. Like I just want 2 eggs. Can I just get 2 eggs? I hate that Galen Weston literally has your face under his boot and you're licking it. You're like, oh, I want tacos. Well, let me plan all 7 meals that I have for the rest of the week around this one meal that I want. You should be able to get like a little, you should be able to go to the store and get 3 tortillas. You shouldn't have to buy 10 tortillas. And then you you can use if you put them in the air fryer, they actually become pretty good facsimiles for tostadas. Yeah, but I don't want tostadas. I want 2 tortillas. And then tomorrow night, maybe I want to have like some chicken noodle soup. Oh, but then you got to use, and but then you can't just have chicken noodle soup. You got to get a whole chicken, and then you got to, why don't you high roast the chicken using the recipe from America's Test Kitchen, and then you bought stock from the store? That's wasteful. It's $2.99 a quart. What you should have done is just boiled the chicken carcass in and then skimmed the fat off the top and made your own. Like you guys are crazy. What drives me crazy is you're lying to yourselves. Because look at the website we're on right now. Look at the advertisements that they run. Are they running advertisements for flour and bread makers? Seeds that you can plant in your orchard? No. DoorDash, gotcha games, dopamine hits, booze, alcohol, sports gambling. You know why they're running those ads? Is because you're the motherfuckers that are watching, which is fine. Why are you in my chat acting like Chicken Little? They've done the demographic research. I don't get those ads, Chief. Okay, sure. Some of you are probably... I'm not going to say it. I was going to say getting ads for finding a wife overseas. Sometimes you got to keep the restrictor plate up there, okay? Otherwise, she ain't exactly street legal up here. Some of the things that I'm saying, there's a little bit too much ire backing it up, okay? Aren't you the same guy who got mad at people for taking a bunch of bananas? Yeah, but I'm now like reconsidering my position. Because it doesn't fit with the new information I've learned about myself, which is I think it would be nice if like the grocery store was like more modular. It's not goalpost moving, it's changing my opinion in light of, newfound information. I'm very much not a conspiracy theory guy. But you don't think that there's a little conspiracy at the grocery store? Because the average motherfucker, when they buy a seasoning, is going in there for like one recipe, and they're buying 100 recipes worth of that seasoning. And they know that. They could make a smaller package, but that's bad business. So I don't blame even the corporations for this. I blame you for not only accepting it, but for being like, this is the right way. Like, you're literally like, why would I ever want to purchase less cinnamon? I'll just put cinnamon in every single recipe that I make for the next 10 years, because that's what the McCormick's Corporation wants me to do. Like, I'm mad that they've managed to put the reins on your spirit to that extent. Oh no, I have extra seasoning that won't go bad for 100 years? Be real with me, brother. You're throwing it out when you move. Probably not the first time you move, because like you're gonna find it when you move and be like, oh, I should make like more mulled wine. And then after you move in, you're gonna put that shit right back at the back of the spice cabinet. And in 47 years when you die, your kids are gonna be like, whoa, look at this. Remember when they used to sell seasonings in this fucking huge container? Now I just go to the bulk barn and buy what I need. Why would I pay 80 cents for 20 cents worth of cinnamon when I could pay $10 for fucking $3 worth of cinnamon that I'll never use? Listen to yourself, man. You don't know what you're doing. They got you pushing the wheel like Conan the Barbarian. And the thing is, you don't even notice the chains on you. You've grown to love the chains. It's a sad story. Because if they could do it to you, they could do it to me. Now they haven't yet, but thanks for reminding me to always stay on my guard. You want to pay more per pound? Yes, bro, because I don't need a pound of garam masala. I need a pinch. I'd pay a pinch and a quarter for a pinch worth of garam masala. I'm going to get a midday bar from Whole Foods. Which flavor should I get? You shouldn't buy it at Whole Foods. It'll probably be like $5.99 a bar. If you're at Whole Foods, honestly, I mean, it depends. I'm not going to tell you what to eat. You should probably get like 1 to 2 slices of Whole Foods pizza. Like, I know people are saying things like the hot bar is the play. The hot bar is not the play. I hate to do this. I hate to pull the veil off, because the company that owns Twitch also owns Whole Foods, so I might get fucking unpersoned for this. The pizza they cook there, and it's like relatively fresh if you use your eyeballs to pick a good slice. The hot bar is like, you're paying restaurant prices for like the worst falafel you've ever eaten. It's crazy. Not to mention, somebody's already gone to the ribs and like literally picked all the meat off. So if you just go in and put a scoop into your container, you're getting literally like 1.5 pounds of bones. I hate it, because we used to go to the hot bar. I love mashed potatoes, right? So I put some mashed potatoes in the container. It gets heavy as fuck. I watch them put it on the scale at the cash register. Shit's like $23, and I'm like, did I really just pay $23 for like mashed potatoes and like some chicken thighs with barbecue sauce on them? This is a fucking scam, man. 2 slices of pizza is like $6.99, $7.99 or something. I paid $20 for burger, fries, and drink at Indianapolis Airport yesterday. You know what's crazy? Is that given the state of financial discourse, I don't know if you're saying that's crazy cheap or if you're saying that is crazy expensive. Because, like, if I know I get that it's US dollars, I actually feel like you might have picked perhaps the most average price for the foods that you've suggested, given the location in which it was taking place. $20 for a burger, fries, and a drink at an airport? Like, I think, honestly, you paid a fair price for a fair meal. Why is airport food more expensive? You know what's crazy is because you're DL Guiga, I know you're asking me a trivia question and not a rhetorical question. I don't know the textbook term for it, but it's like it's a captive audience. They have no other options. Because like another conspiracy theory, they make the non-sit-down restaurants in the airport so ass to pump up the numbers at the sit-down restaurants. It's the only place you would ever find someone excited to eat at a California pizza kitchen, because the alternative is like gas station chicken Caesar wrap that was like brought in on a refrigerated truck 2 days ago. Can you explain your reasoning for why a completely bald guy? I don't have enough soul necks because of this scammer, dude. Why a completely bald guy is less bald than George Costanza? I can explain my reasoning. I doubt that my reasoning will satisfy you. I just think that he's more bald. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's like a level... I think a guy who hasn't eaten in 24 hours is hungrier than a guy who hasn't eaten in 3 days. I don't know how to explain that to you. I know it when I see it. Like, the hungriest you can ever be is if you haven't eaten for a day. Guy who's only ever not eaten for 30 hours for like volunteer hours at his high school so he could graduate, but the hardest part of doing the 30-hour famine in high school was like, I would say hour 12 to like hour 20. After that, your body's just like, okay, guess we're not eating. I'm gonna put the signal away for a little bit. What's the 30-hour famine? It was like I don't know if it still runs. It's a charity event to raise awareness about world hunger, where you don't eat for 30 hours and you like raise money. I'm good, I'll just give my money away and then eat. Yeah, but the second part here is that you also needed 40 hours of volunteering in your high school career in order to get your high school diploma in the province in which I grew up. And if you only had like 12 hours and it was halfway through your senior year, this was a really easy way to make up that difference. What do you mean? They ran it through the school so you could get like 30 hours of or maybe it was only 20 because they knew it was like the deal was too good to be true. But you can get 20 hours of community service for doing the fundraiser. The catch was you had to do it at the school. But that was also the best part of it, because like me, Malf, and a couple of other friends of ours, like we had to sleep overnight in the school. We brought our Xboxes and got to use like the TVs that we normally watch Bill Nye on. And we had like a LAN party. Then we slept in the gymnasium. We watched the movie Dog Soldiers. There is no spoon. I know all about that shit, man. Did you sneak in snacks? No, I do the fucking work, DL Guiga. You've seen my Peloton output. People still arguing about the $20 burger. You can get me to relent on a lot of takes, okay? The take you will not get me to relent on, wow, is that McDonald's is still cheap. I know it's more expensive than it's ever been, but it's also cheaper than everything else. The quality is still ass. Beauty's in the eye of the beer holder. You ever hear that? Bet not. Chipotle's more calories per dollar? There's no shot, brother. That's like a Chipotle burrito bowl is like $19.99 here. You can spin a yarn, okay? You can say a McDouble used to be $2 or $1.99 and now it's $3.75 on the app. But a Subway footlong used to be $5 and now those fuckers are $16.79. So you can't. It's an apples to apples comparison is what I'm saying. They're dropping it to $6.99. No, they're serving fucking like sliders on a Kaiser roll now. I know they're trying to get back to that beautiful price point, but it's they can't provide the footlong baguettes, man, for the same price anymore. Cause like, I mean, What I want to see for this conversation to be relevant, in my opinion, is I want to see the price of a McDouble indexed to the price of a Subway footlong, one of the basic ones, a cold cut combo. Because even turkey's premium, which is fucking bullshit. They let us do that. They have us thinking, yeah, I'll pay 75 cents extra for turkey over ham. Fuck you, man. All men are created equal. I believe that like a footlong has always cost more than a McDouble. But I think if you were to look at it, it looks like the difference, like the price of a Subway footlong sandwich looks like the graph of the S&P 500 since 2010. And the price of a McDouble relative weighted to the price of a Subway footlong sandwich looks like Airbnb since the IPO. There might have been a couple of periods where it peaked up a little bit, but otherwise it's down and it's staying down, is all I'm saying. What watch do you wear? It's a Psycho cocktail time. You might say it's pronounced Seiko, not when I wear it. Kate, did you notice though? I was kind of getting watch mogged at the school dinner we were at last night. I think it's a perfectly respectable, it's a working man's watch, okay? Guy next to me, Rolex day date. With the fucking, a couple of diamonds on the bezel too. So you think you're better than me, motherfucker? You are, because I'm not willing to go to the Rolex store and be like, I want a day date. And then they'll be like, we can sell you like some fucking, like a beer opener first. And then like, if you wait 10 years, maybe you'll get a phone call that you could pay us $12,500 for this or something. How do you know the series of Rolex though? The day date and the submariner are the only ones I know. Because they're, in watch terms, they're famous. How much are day date or submarine? Kate, don't give me a Rolex. I don't want it. You know what it is? First off, it's too expensive. They're going to be like 5 figures. Secondly, I don't want it that much. But also, it's like Hermes, apparently. I was talking to your brother-in-law about it. You can't just walk into the Hermes and be like, hey, I'd like to give you 20 grand for a Birkin. You gotta be, I'm one day aspirationally, I'd love to get a Birkin, but I understand a lowly pleb such as me, just because I have the money, I couldn't possibly be given the Birkin, the opportunity to purchase it for the MSRP. So you gotta buy like a bunch of scarves and stuff, and then eventually they'll be like, hey, we're having a special party for all of our preferred clientele, and then they'll try to sell you like a makeup case or something like that, and then in 9 years they might be like, hey, we have a Birkin, we have a gray Birkin coming in today or something like that. You got 5 seconds to decide whether or not you want it. I'm happy with my Seiko, by the way. I'm chilling with the Seiko, but I did get a little watch mocked. But I said, okay, you know what, wealth is what you don't spend as well. But if you like the watch, then that's fine as well. I just, on the other hand, prefer to not spend that much money on a thing that my phone also does. But then it's nice to have an accessory sometimes, especially if you're bald. You need some kind of accessory, because most people would be like, just grow a beard, but then it grows in like super fucking like gray here, and people are like, you look like an Armenian taxi driver, and then I'm like, no, I don't, and then I look at the picture and I'm like, fuck, I do. So you gotta have something. Just wear an Apple Watch. I don't want to, because the Apple Watch will, I believe this, and that's fucked up. But at least I know it's irrational that I believe it. I was telling you about this. Apparently, people are saying that the new OS update for the Apple Watch can actually notify you that you're gonna get sick like 2 days before you get sick, because your heart rate rises and like your sleep quality falls and stuff like that. I think that's an incredible piece of technology, and I could see how you would tailor your behavior with that to improve your quality of life. Oh, my Apple Watch says I'm going to be sick in 2 days. Like, I'm not going to work out this morning. I'm going to get a good night's sleep. I, on the other hand, I have the brain of a medieval peasant. I believe if my watch tells me that I'm going to be sick in 2 days, it increases the chance that I'm going to be sick in 2 days. And if I don't know that I'm going to be sick in 2 days, I'll be like, nah, I'd win. Like, ignorance is bliss on that one for me. Now, I genuinely believe it, even though I know it to not be true. And I have a hard time explaining how to reconcile that, except that That's true. It's true to me right now. Turn off health notifications. I didn't know you could do that. But then what am I wearing the Apple Watch for? Oh, man. Like, I was thinking about it. Like, some of the parents we were sitting next to at dinner last night, they were talking about data a lot because they have real jobs, which is very respectable. They live their lives using data as kind of like signposts for what their behavior should be like. And I think that's a perfectly acceptable way to live your life. I think I have gone the exact opposite way. I have become like a 100% vibes-based Andy. Like, I don't track the food that I eat. When it's lunchtime, I go, hey, tummy, what do you think would be good today? And then sometimes it's like just something light, like a little wrap. And I'm like, let's go. But then sometimes it's like 1,400 calories of carbohydrates. And I'm like, all right, little buddy, I'll tell you what. How about 1,000 calories that's mostly carbohydrates? Like, we have a little negotiation. You a Metrotown Uniqlo guy or a Pacific Center H&M sort of guy? Well, okay, I'm not going to either of those to buy clothes, so, like, don't look for me there, you won't find me. You might find some bargains, though. You can literally get, like, 6 t-shirts at H&M for, like, $1.50. And as long as you don't think about the, like, supply chain of how that came to be, like, you're chilling. The price, it keeps going down. Yes, they do fall apart when you wash them like twice. That is true. They are made out of, you know, when you go to Walmart and you didn't bring your own bags, so they give you like a quote-unquote reusable bag, but if you take it outside in the rain, it'll fall apart. That's basically what like H&M clothes are made out of. But like the first time you wear them, you're like, damn, they do look pretty good. And then like the second time you wear them, you're like, is my head really that big? Like, how did my collar get so stretched out and like saggy from one wear? But I would say overall, I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer. The answer is neither. You've got the one question I can't answer. Because the thing is, I don't feel like anytime I've been to Uniqlo, I do feel like it's a store that's not made for me. It's not made for the proportions of my body. Not even like a weight thing. It's like a ratio of leg size to torso size thing. I'm not a 34-30, okay? I'm like a 28. Which one? The second one's legs, right? I'm like a 20. Like a 28-30, I think. But we're getting into some cooked sizes because like they don't really make those. 28 is true, man. It's getting. I'm a 28. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to you. We're kind of snatched right now. Look, here's the thing. I wear 32s, so maybe I'm a 30. But you just have to trust my wife. And she'll give it to you straight. She'll give it to you honest. Kate, when I put on my 32s and I put my thumb in the waistband and I pull it out a little bit, does it not look like after someone's completed the Subway diet and they're showing off like the pants they used to wear? Kinda? Alright, let's say 30. That doesn't sound like a 28 sort of answer, but we'll say 30. I'm scrawny and I wear 30s. I think like genetically I have a small waist. Like bone-wise. Because even when I was more overweight, I was still wearing like a 34. 34 is like a very normal guy waist size for sure. So when I get a little skinnier, like the waist gets a little snatched for sure. I do have kind of like hourglass proportions, which is not really what you want as a man. I think you want more like a triangle that's upside down, but I have like narrow shoulders, a narrower waist, and then like a fucking fat ass, dude. I don't know what to tell you. It is a Crash Bandicoot build. I guess genetically my ancestors were like, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. They were doing it goofy though, that's for sure. Bro went bald at 17, walking on his toes. Brain works a little different than the average motherfucker. Anyway, Kate, is there any clothes you want me to try on? Nah? Alright. I'm going back to the default. Green Triforce shirt, khaki pants. Anything but turtlenecks? I'm trying on a turtleneck. It's already been ordained. I'm not necessarily gonna buy a turtleneck, but I'm trying one on. Chat, I gotta, this is me being sincere. So we had to do a lot of mingling last night with other parents at the school that our daughter goes to. I think next year, for my social life, I have to start playing fantasy football. It just seems like a male bonding cheat code. I watch sports. So like I can talk sports, but like this is 2 times in like 3 months. And I don't go out that much like to talk to people. That there's been like, I've been in a group of guys and the first thing that comes up is fantasy football. And they start talking about, I'm in a 5-player keeper league. I got second pick this year. I took CeeDee Lamb. I regret it a little bit. It hasn't been working out very well for me. And I'm like, dude, because I can't be like, oh, CeeDee Lamb, he plays for the Dallas Cowboys, you know? Like I gotta be like, oh, I picked fucking Eckler 9th in the draft this year. But honestly, I think he's still got a good season in him, even though the first half hasn't been that amazing. So I think next year I gotta get into fantasy football a little bit. Like not seriously. Like I don't want to go to one of those like where you have like a real whiteboard and stuff like that. And if you come in last, you have to like go to a bar for 24 hours and like every drink takes an hour off your time in the bar. Like I'm not a loser to that extent at least. But I think I at least got to play so I can be like, yo, fucking everybody thought that, who's the guy on Derrick Henry? Everyone thought Derrick Henry was washed when I took him like in the 3rd round at RB. He's been the best fantasy RB in the league so far, man. He's won 2 matchups for me single-handedly. And I'm like, oh, I should get into a fantasy football league now. But then I'm like, it's like fucking week 7. I'm not like you can't, because the draft is like one of the most fun parts, man. And that like I like hockey more, but fantasy hockey is not like, no disrespect. Nobody's yo, I took Jonathan Huberdeau 53rd this year and he's already got 3 assists. Yeah, that's true. You got to log into the website like 10 times a week because you're like, what the fuck do you mean we're playing our... Thatcher Demko's not playing opening night? I drafted him as he was goalie number 6 to come off the board, man. So yeah, I think like the same way like people get into golf to like advance their career. Like my career is at the whims of like who fucking knows, algorithms and like me not getting hit by like a solar flare that causes me to completely flip my opinions on everything and not getting, I don't know, like acute bouts of mental illness or something like that, right? But like my social life, I think I gotta start playing fantasy football just so I got something to talk about with the other school dads. Because I grew up in a world where like 40-year-old men in the year 2000 were not playing fantasy football in Canada. But now in 2024, it seems like every man in middle age or approaching it is like playing fantasy football, man. It's the lingua franca. It's like, where did you take Stephon Diggs in your draft? Can we switch games soon? Brother, 17 minutes from now, you won't see me till Tuesday. There will be no switching. And I'm blessed that we're not beating Pilot Quest today. That means we could play some more on Tuesday. It is Canadian Thanksgiving. What the fuck happened with Columbus Day, by the way? Because like I thought Americans got Columbus Day off. And then Columbus Day got like canceled because Columbus was an asshole, obviously. But then it seems like they took away the day off when they took away the Columbus part of it. So now you like work on what they now call Indigenous Persons History Day. Some people still get it. I was laughing, and it's not their fault, but I'm not gonna name them, but I was laughing in the Discord when I was like, hey, on Monday, maybe I'll do like a longer Peloton ride because like I don't have to work that day and my daughter doesn't have school. But then they said they don't get it off, but the way that their work works is there's a flex holiday once per year you can choose to either take Juneteenth, Veterans Day, or Indigenous Persons History Day off. Thank you. Oh, snap. Look at that. Look at that. It's got the butcher's paper and everything. Thank you. Tomo talks to the water dish all day. He literally sits at the water dish, drinks it, and then meows at it. I think he thinks that the water dish is like his best friend. And you know what the fucked up part is about the flex holiday? I feel like you gotta take either Juneteenth or Indigenous Persons History Day. But like, I feel like the move is you take Veterans Day. Like on a selfish level, because then you get an extra holiday as an American. You get an extra holiday in November. And you've already got a 4-day weekend because of Thanksgiving. Getting a 3-day weekend like 2 weeks before that, that means you're not getting shit done in November. And then in December, you're not getting shit done either. So basically, as soon as Halloween is over, you're fucking off at work, screwing the dog until like January 23rd or something like that. Wording? What are you talking about? Dude, screwing the dog is like, it's boomer wording. Call your dad. Ask him if he knows what screwing the dog is. He's gonna be like, yeah, it's what you did when I told you to mow the lawn on the weekends. It's screw the pooch? We say screw the pooch, fuck the dog, whatever. Are you crazy? I just walked over here. And you didn't say anything wrong, okay? You said, hey NL, because you're playing Pilot Quest this much, do you think you'll go back and play the 30-hour RPG? This is why I feel like the only sane gamer. Because the answer is not yes or no. The answer is if I'm having fun with it. So like, I'm playing so much Pilot Quest because I'm having fun with Pilot Quest. If I walked out of the door right now and something insanely annoying happened, I would close the game down and never boot it up ever again. So I'm not like concerned about the battle pass. You know what battle pass I'm working on right now? I'm working on the spousal and the father battle pass. The paid tier and the free tier. I hit like 6 tiers up in this week because I cleaned my office. That got me a lot of XP. I cleaned my bathroom. I got down on my hands and knees with a little old toothbrush, cleaned the grime out of the grout in the shower, Windex on the shower wall. I don't know why I'm hitting the crystal. I'm waiting for double XP weekends. I'm not saying anything. I feel bad for you. There's an incredible joke there that would be amazing. I can't say it. People would be mad at me for saying it. And it wouldn't even be a rude joke. It wouldn't be offensive, but I can't say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You don't get to, I'll say it to Justin in the back channel. I'm not going to say it. Show it to me, Rachel. I can't say it. The world's not ready for it. The world's not ready for it. This is your Kanye West moment. When you get 3 seconds into the Kanye West concert and he gives you the nitrous stare and says, cut the music. Oh, brother. Here we go. I know he has mental illness, so I'm not like trying to punch down. But of all the funny Kanye stuff, and some of it is funny and some of it isn't, him getting tilted at his concert where he was performing on a floating stage that then is like pushed out on top of the audience. Him tilting at the concert and then canceling it, but then he had to stand on the floating stage while it like went back to its reset position so he could get down is so fucking good, man. That is fucking good. Can I get a link? I mean, that happened like, I think that was like 7 years ago. It was a while ago for sure. My friend was in line for merch. That happened, and when he came back to his seat, it was over. Oh, man. I wonder what they're thinking. Like I've never performed a concert, right? I wonder if you're like Elton John, okay? You've played Crocodile Rock like 5,000 times in concert. I ever wonder what the fuck he's thinking when he's playing the song again? I'm sure like in his head he's thinking about like what he's gonna eat in his green room after the concert's over. Meanwhile, like people in the audience are like, this song changed my life. In his head, he's like, fucking beans on toast again. Thanks for nothing, Ipswich. You don't think he's thinking, nah, 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 nah. I gotta go to Battle of BC next year, man. I gotta tell the Smashers not to go to Bin 4 Burger Lounge when Mangia Sandwiches is just down the street. Bin 4 is kind of good. I've honestly never been there, so I'm not gonna insult Bin 4 Burger Lounge. Bin Folds 4? No comment. It's only worth late night? I'm saying this with no disrespect, okay? Well, I guess it's a chain, right? I'm thinking of the Bin 4 that's on like... It's like Granville and... I don't know, fucking like... 16th or something like that? Somewhere in there? And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in that neighborhood late at night? That's where you go to get Le Creuset cast iron pans at like 9 in the morning. You shouldn't be in that neighborhood at night. There's nothing to do. I guess there's other restaurants there, but like... Stanley Theater? I guess, if you're going to see like... You know what? They're doing their best. They're working hard. I've never been. They're putting on real performances there, and live theater is magical, okay? I'm staying in my lane. There's a new Savio Volpe there. Oh, but then, like, why would you go to Bin 4, man? Why would you go to Bin 4? Because you already went to a restaurant. Savio Volpe. Savio Volpito, or whatever the second one is. Get me out of here. It's 2 o'clock. Thank you for the Vancouver chatting. I was pissed off because, like, I don't want to... Like, it's Canadian Thanksgiving, okay? My parents are here. I don't want to cook Thanksgiving dinner. It's a fucking scam, man. It's a fucking scam. 4 adults, 1 4-year-old. I'm going to spend 9 hours cooking a turkey. Make, like, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, green beans, corn, carrots... 2 pies, like bread, like it's psychotic. But I would still like to get like I would like to eat a Thanksgiving meal without cooking it, and I will use my currency in the act of commerce to get that experience for myself. But then like I Googled where to get Thanksgiving dinner, Vancouver, and all it brought up were like the fancy restaurants that were like you get 1 slice of turkey. And it's got like a gravy demi-glace that they kind of like over top of it and stuff like that. And then like 1 little like shaved carrot, and it's still got like the stem on the side. And I was like, that's not what I want. I want like grandma's, like, give me like a little stuffing, a little dark meat, a little white meat, a big fuck you mountain of potatoes. Like, but then I can't get that shit. So I'm like, you guys are going to make me fucking high roasted chicken, America's Test Kitchen style. I'm going to buy 2 whole chickens from the grocery store and spatchcock them, rip the spine out, lay them flat, put some herb butter under the skin, and then cook that shit at like as high as my oven will go. Unless I can find like a local restaurant that you could just go to and they're doing it for $30 or something like that, which would be fine. I know you can do the like, they'll cook it for you and you just bring it home. Like we've done that shit many times. And it's fine, but it's also, like, annoying. Because, usually you gotta go, like, you know, downtown to pick it up. And then, like, secondarily, after you have, like, 2 meals of it, you start doing the fantasy football draft in your fridge. You're like, it's lunchtime. I'll have some turkey and some potatoes. Then, like, the good turkey runs out, and you're like, I'll have the... like weird turkey strings and some Brussels sprouts. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck am I going to do with like 7 slices of sweet potato pie, man? And 14 dinner rolls. I'm not interested anymore. And then you got to throw them out, but they always come in like 4 foot by 2 foot aluminum boxes and stuff like that, it fucks up your whole garbage rotation. Maybe we'll just go to the fucking Bin 4 Burger Lounge, man. You can rent a grandma to cook at your house. Okay, first off, that's not what they're called. They're called personal chefs. Secondly, again, we're at the risk of like mining the Zizek bit. I already saw like where my conversation was going to go 2 minutes from now. But I was like, part of the problem with the Thanksgiving meal is I also don't want to clean that shit up because we're already cleaning shit up 24/7 because we have a 4-year-old, right? So I'm like, well, you can hire someone to like clean your house. And I'm like, okay. And then they show up with the dildo and I show up with the pocket pussy and we put the pocket pussy inside of the dildo and we watch the fucking movie together. Is that what you wanted? It's a lot of rigmarole just to eat a meal is what I'm saying, okay? We could just go to McDonald's or something instead. Anyway, I'll see you. If we had like 30 family members, I would do it for sure. But I'll see you on Tuesday. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. I'll be back on Tuesday. I'll see you then. Later.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5. Oh, this is highly cursed. Oh, I missed the 90s, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boy said he wants some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a bust like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really beg you, my lord. To me, flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me dump it, he said in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. Ah! Oh my god, it's so loud. Why do you shrug when you sing? I need to put my diaphragm up to get the high notes. I can't sing relaxed. Mambo number 5. Ha! Oh yeah. Jump up and down and move it all around. Shake your head to the sound. Put your hands on the ground. Take 1 step left and 1 step right. 1 to the front and 1 to the side. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice. And if it looks like this, then you're doing it. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's all I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man. Wow! I like this part because he says the trumpet. You look like Nosferatu when you sing. Ha! Ha! Trumpet! The trumpet! It's like he's doing a quiz. Mambo number 5. Very good. That's the trumpet. And again, a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. I do all to fall in love with a girl like you, cause you can't run and you can't hide, you and me gonna touch the sky. That's better? My Bernie voice is better? Let me give it a shot. I'm still trying to find my natural register. Mambo number 5.